All right, Sandy. Let this be a lesson to you. That you are what you eat, and you don't want to be a big bag of goldfish, do you?
I've had a pretty weird day.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know, some stuff happened, and now I look like this.
Well, also some stuff happened, and I have the wrong camera and wrong name for my screen. How about that? Why don't you tell us about how this came to be while I fix that?
Okay. Well, I was out walking the dog today, and a skunk came out. Nellie chased after it. I fell down a hole, and when I came out the other side, I turned into a giant bag of goldfish, flavor blasted, extra blasted. It's been a day, and to be honest, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know how to fix this. Honestly, I was hoping that maybe someone in the chat would know, but I mean, it's weird. It's weird. It's actually sort of a miracle I was able to like make it in time for the stream.
Yeah.
I had to inchworm my way over to the desk and get up here, somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's been a really, really weird day.
I mean, it's not concerning me so much that I'm like, dude, maybe we should like not be doing this stream right now. Like, I'm still feeling totally fine to play some N64 games. Like, I'm not that worried about it, honestly. Yeah. But
it happens. But I think that maybe, I don't know. The more I think about it, the more I'm thinking about this might actually be a good thing.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I can't think of this happening to anybody else. Like, does anybody else know like a talking giant bag of goldfish?
Yeah, well, I
flavor
mean,
blasted, extra blasted.
You know what? YouTube revenue is like way, way, way down. Like this can be our new hook.
This is the new thing. Yeah,
this is the new hook.
A talking bag of goldfish.
Yeah. And
we'll see what happens.
I mean, maybe like, is there anything like else weird going on around you? Like, have you fallen into like the snack food version of the other Silent Hill world? Like,
yeah, it's the snack food version of reality.
Yeah,
but I didn't change back. You ever seen Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy when they go through the warp drive?
Oh yeah, yeah.
And they
go
to all kinds of different universes. I think I got stuck in the snack food universe.
Huh. Well, it's cool to know that our internet still connects.
Well, no, I'm in the real world.
Oh, okay. So you crawled back and it just didn't change.
I fell back out.
Okay.
But I didn't change back for some reason. Maybe this is my true form.
I mean, maybe you were made for this moment.
Yes.
I really would have thought it would have been Swedish Fish, though. Honestly.
I wish. I was not allowed to pick.
Yeah.
This is just what happened.
Yeah. I mean, maybe this speaks to deeper feelings for goldfish versus Swedish Fish than you thought.
Maybe. But, what can I do?
What can you do?
What can you do? I mean, hopefully eventually it'll turn back.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it could be even like as soon as the camera becomes not black again and it says no video. Yeah. Oh, what? How did
I don't know. I think I'm better now.
There was no sleight of hand there, folks. I like you can't mask that.
Yeah, I mean, I was just sitting here and suddenly
it's okay again. I'm a little concerned if it might happen again though,
You never know.
You never know.
Like I said, it's been a weird day.
Yeah, yeah. Well, speaking of transformations, one of our supporters, Kawika, messaged me on Discord with this like link to this PS5, this video. This guy is like making injection molded plates for the PS5, like all variations, with a disc, without a disc, launch, slim, pro, and like injection molded plates that are flat.
Yes.
And it looks incredible, and we both pre-ordered them.
Yeah, why not? I mean, then they also have like the PlayStation 1 gray. Like, why wouldn't I?
Yeah, yeah. Why don't you drop the? I don't even remember what it's called.
I
Why don't you
posted it
drop
up
the
on Blue
link
Sky
to
as
that
well,
video
but I can
in the chat because like it's a
can,
pre-order thing, and he said like in the video like it said that they were shipping in July. I don't know if that's actually like the first wave. Like if the first wave is like still available for like shipping really soon.
Nope, I need to delete that. I'm logged in as myself. Whoops. I gotta switch back over to the. There we go.
But he said like he like had no idea, like is this going to be popular enough for like another run? Just had no idea. So like at least if you order it now, unless like there was an error in like the estimated shipping, it was like this is going to be coming out next month. So
there we go.
Yeah. Like I don't know if the video is probably linked on that page.
Yes, it is.
But like I this was like it went up a day ago. I hadn't heard of this, and I like as soon as I got to the end of that video, I'm like, I am pre-ordering this. I want.
Yeah, and not only that, but he did some thermal tests, and it looks like that it keeps it cooler than the normal plates.
Right, like the core is like the same temperature, but like the surrounding stuff is like slightly cooler, which is kind of crazy. Although he admitted like, this is not like necessarily the most scientific test, but like it's enough to inspire confidence.
Yeah. I mean, I can't imagine that the way that thing looks is going to keep it hotter.
No,
either way. Even though I guess those bottom vents are slightly blocked because it's sitting on that, right? Or are there feet on the bottom?
I guess you could add feet, although I don't know if I don't think the bottom vents would be blocked though, because I think are there holes on the bottom shell as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think there's a problem. Like those like ribs on the PS5 Pro, like those triple ribs, like they're not. I don't think they're like functional for like airflow or anything. But
well,
it looks like it's got
either way, this looks pretty cool.
of
and thank you for showing it to me because I got some. I mean, some people. I mean, they're expensive.
Yeah.
But if you really hate the like the look of the PS5, and it works for all of them,
you just have to choose your.
I mean, how much are replacement plates? I mean, the PS5 Pro doesn't even have replacement plates right now.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I mean, considering considering like he obviously has no clue, like he's like new to this and like has no clue like what the the demand is and can't like super mass produce them. Like I think the price is pretty reasonable actually. So
yeah,
I'm excited about it.
Yeah, I feel like I could swap places of like where my PS4 Pro is. Now I can make it closer.
Like, so it's a little more visible.
Well, also just more convenient.
Yeah.
Just like the location and just like having a couple of extra feet of Bluetooth distance will make it easier to play games on the projector when I want to as well.
Yeah. I saw Brandon Smith noting that Macho Nacho announced a video about an aftermarket Wavebird receiver. About time we got one of those. I saw that go up. I think is that Laser Bear? If I'm
Yeah,
not
well,
mistaken?
he's like doing some 3D printed versions of it, and it's kind of cool because they're just like little cubes.
Yeah, so they're like
They're just
even
like smaller
smaller
cubes than the receiver that exists.
Yeah, I mean that's.
Currently.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm glad that exists, but like when I first saw that, like, I don't know. Like, I bought 2 Wavebirds back in the day, and to be honest, I don't really use Wavebirds anymore. I use because my GameCube. I have 2 GameCubes, and they're close enough to use wired controllers, so I really don't use the Wavebirds anymore. But like, I don't know, like I've never gone like shopping for Wavebirds. I think at some point they were pretty expensive. I don't know if that's changed, but like, I don't know. Like, it just seemed strange to me that like the receiver would break or go missing. Like the controller, it's
Well, you never know. I mean, if you find one, like I think they're for people that maybe got a Wavebird at a garage sale
I
or
guess.
something like that, or bought one used. I mean, it's the same thing of like when you get a Game Boy player. A lot of times they don't come with the disc.
Yeah, I don't. It just
Like that
seems
stuff
so
gets separated. Like when people don't care about it.
Yeah,
Like we think that seems like incredible that would happen.
Yeah,
because
it
like
is
we
to
care
me.
about this stuff, but for people who don't care about it,
Yeah,
like
I guess
that
you're
stuff,
right.
I mean, it could have fallen in the trash at some point.
Yeah,
Be
they're like,
"What is
what
this?"
does this go with? I have no clue what this is for.
Like someone's grandma,
Yeah, yeah.
like you know,
Well,
throwing it out, like that just happens.
So I guess it happens. I'm sure it's a common enough problem for people to utilize. So I'm glad it exists. It like never crossed my mind that
Yeah,
like coming across a Wavebird without receiver would be a problem.
yeah.
It just never crossed my mind.
You know, I posted that box plates thing on Blue Sky, and I think it's very funny that Epos Box responded and says, "Now this is an Xbox," because it totally looks like one now.
You know what's funny is it kind of like he even admitted in the video, like initially the design kind of looked like an Xbox One S. It's like kind of funny because that's like the one we don't have.
Right. Yeah.
So why don't I switch over to oops, not that.
Yeah.
There
And
we
I
go.
will say that you know, as you're switching over, that Enchilada donated $5. Thank you. 17 minutes ago. I was not able to read it sooner because that was a bag of goldfish. Saying random games always a good time. I could have sworn you had this already, this expansion bit.
No?
Nonetheless, have fun. Switch 2 week. I'm super hype.
Yeah, we're people in our Discord have been chomping at the bit to start posting Majora's Mask screenshots. we're very close to 72 hours remain. Very close.
And you know, ideally we're gonna have we'll have a video out on Tuesday. It's just kind of it's a 2-hour long conversation about our favorite games on the system, the games that define the system.
Yeah.
Like honorable mentions, our favorite games for the system, our biggest disappointments, stuff like that. And it's currently at about 1 hour and 57 minutes, and that's cut down from nearly, I want to say, almost 4 hours.
So this is yeah. Well, no, it was like recording was like
I had to cut out things like
3:15, 3:20.
Try talking for like 5 minutes about why he didn't like Super Mario 3D World.
Oh,
I had to remove it.
Yes, please.
I don't
hate Mario 3D World.
And it's like it was just funny because it was like totally a game that's not even like talked about at any other time.
Well, I mentioned Bowser's Fury. Bowser's Fury is what I think is amazing.
Right, exactly.
But like, I mean,
then you spent all this time talking about like why you didn't like what you didn't like about
3D.
3D
Yeah,
World.
I mean,
I just thought it was funny. I just thought it was very funny.
Yeah, you know,
I had to cut it.
It's irrelevant though, because I mean, I don't. It's too much of a distraction of what the point even is. It's just I don't know.
Yeah.
I think 3D World is I don't know. It's just it's good, but it's just I don't know. It's really boring to me compared to the other 3D Marios. Anyway, So I noticed, like, they must have some control over how they upscale like 2D stuff on a scene by scene basis, or perhaps it could be even implemented in the original game differently. Like when that N64 logo appeared at first, it was blurry, but like the title screen, the HUD, all that's like really sharp. I have the Retrode 4K on right now, not for the stream, but for me to look at. Like, let me get up there and see if it's, I mean, it's got to be nearest neighbor.
Maybe.
Actually, it's not.
But yeah.
It's not nearest neighbor. But it's sharp interpolation, which is interesting.
Okay.
So I mean,
yeah, you didn't have this thing. You wanted to get it because you want to do like a video, like a little bit of a thing on Switch 2, like once it's out, right? You were thinking about.
Yeah.
Like
so the story behind all this.
Welcome to Sunny Beach.
Oh yes, I have. I have spoken very highly of Wave Race 64 in a podcast produced by Zodiac there for the King of Games 1996. This game went far. But yeah, so the reason I got this is I'm on a family plan with Drum and Lynn.
Look at that yacht.
Huh? Oh,
I'm just like look at. I'm surprised that there's like such a pronounced butt crack going on.
I mean, you wouldn't have seen that.
Well, it's normally blurred, and
Yeah, I
now
know.
it's so clear. It's too crisp. It's like a really long butt.
I mean, they had to make the crack longer to make it visible at all on N64, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. They talk about how like at high resolutions, kind of the effect of this game is broken, but like from this like low down perspective, actually you really don't see that because like for the most part the waves are only localized around you. But this actually does not look bad in high res, I have to say. This was the first thing I booted up when I was. This is actually I think the only thing I've booted up. And I was just immediately like, I thought I didn't really want the expansion pass, but like the idea of playing Wave Race 64 while you're like just sitting around doing nothing in an airport, like feels like maybe the best thing you could do in an airport is play Wave Race 64, honestly.
How much more is like a family plan with the expansion on it?
Okay, Lynn is the manager of the backloggery family plan. I honestly had no idea like how many people were even on it. Like I didn't even know it was like other backloggery people. I thought it might be like Drum and Lynn's like local friends that I don't even know. But then I found out yesterday that it's actually like it's all a bunch of backloggers and it's a full group of 8.
Okay.
But so I offered to.
Oh, you can have 8 people in the family plan?
You can have up to 8 people. And I think
I thought it was. What? I thought it was 5.
Well, I don't know if it expanded at some point.
Oh, maybe the No, that wouldn't be.
No, because we were already on 8 people, and I want to say though that Switch Online is like cheaper with a family plan if you even only have 2. So just imagine how much cheaper it is for 8.
Right.
So, I mean, you've got like you and your son and daughter on it, maybe, right?
Yeah, you want to know who else is on my family plan?
Is it Dustin Kramer?
No, it's not.
Oh wait,
but
I think you told me. Is it Joe Redifer?
It is.
Yeah, I forgot. You
Joe's
did tell me this recently, I think. Well, now Dustin Kramer's gonna be like, "Hey, why am I not on your family plan?"
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's room. It sounds like.
Yeah.
Well, anyway,
what you need to do before the 3rd is you need to use your Nintendo like silver points or whatever points you need to like go into where you can get new icons. Because only expansion pass people you can get icons that are like different colored N64 controllers.
Oh.
And also different colored Game Boy Advance.
You know, I was disappointed. I think you know that like Zelda 2 pose, that like the exact pose I used for my avatar.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure that was a like one of those like limited time, like where they do a thing for like a week where they
Yeah.
like go through like different. I'm pretty sure like that was an avatar for like, you know, NES championships or something.
Yeah.
Like I should have like made a notification on my calendar or something, because I absolutely forgot about it. And I feel like that's the only thing I would ever consider changing my avatar away from than like the Triforce that I have.
Right.
But anyway,
Well, I'm curious. I thought it was only 5 people, but now like that kind of opens up some other
right.
options.
So
'Cause
anyway,
I know that my cousins were asking to get in, and I was like, I have 2 cousins who wanted to get in, and
oh,
I had 4 slots taken up, so I thought that I was only had room enough for one person. So I was like, neither of you guys can have it because I only have 1 left.
right. Well, I guess
wanna
it's
give
8
it to
people.
somebody.
So anyway, like,
Can anybody in the chat confirm that it's 8 people in the family plan?
so like
That seems extremely generous.
the renewal date. Well, I looked it up because you can. I didn't realize this. You can like, it's kind of convoluted, but if you go like to the Switch Online like little circle on the Switch dashboard, you like through some convoluted series of screens, you can view who is on your family plan. I looked at it yesterday. It's 8 people.
Okay, so everyone's saying it's 8. That is news to me.
That is, I mean, it's outrageously generous, right? Like, so normally
Yeah.
we've just had the
Like,
regular
adding the
plan.
expansion pack is
like,
it's like $50, right?
Well, so
More for the expansion pack.
if you're on a family plan, if you're on a family plan and you, if you're on a family plan, the difference is between regular version and expansion pass is $45. So if you,
It's normally $25, right?
I don't know about for solo subscriptions. That probably
No,
seems right.
I want to know what the normal family plan to family plan expansion price increases.
45. Normal family plan is $45 less expensive than family plan plus expansion pack. So the expansion pack only adds $45.
Okay.
So normally so the resubscription day has been like early January for the family plan. So like every every January, Lynn like comes hassling me for like, I don't remember what it divides up into. I don't know if we always had 8 people, because I can't remember. Like, I feel like I pay her like $7 or maybe even $4. I don't remember. Like, it's something really cheap once a year for like, the family plan. And she's the one that manages it. And, I asked her, I said, like, I know you and Drum, and I don't know who else is on the plan, but I know y'all are probably not that interested in the expansion pass, but like, I want to make a video like shortly after the Switch 2 launches, like kind of addressing like questions relevant to just retro gaming and backwards compatibility and stuff like that. And I thought it seems like it would be weird to not have the GameCube in there.
Welcome to Port Blue.
So I was like, this feels like the right time to finally test out expansion pass stuff, especially because there's like some N64 enhancements on the Switch 2. So it'd be interesting to compare. But anyway, so anyway, we looked into it, and so what it does is, if you add the expansion pass like at a time that's like not when you're resubscribing your service or renewing your service, it prorates it. Like now we're going to like be resubscribing at the end of May, I guess, because we had the expansion pass and it was prorated based on the amount of time left in the standard subscription. So it ended up being, you know, like something like $59 actually, because like it was extending service to June. But I just said like, look, like people weren't expecting to pay this extra cost. Others, literally no one else might even care about the expansion pack. So like I want this for like work purposes, so I will pay for it. But I don't know, I might not want it next year. But if other people are suddenly like I feel like if at least one other person next year was like, actually, this is really cool, I would like for us to keep it. Like if the cost was divided between like one other person, at least one other person, I would consider keeping it. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. We'll see.
So there, 10 minutes ago, there was a $5 super chat from Potbelly Punch. Thank you.
Thank you.
Saying that there are no WaveRay 64 ROM hacks. They add courses. Is the wave and water design too complex to create new courses?
You would,
or maybe nobody cares.
I mean, surely people care. I mean, you know, like Mario 64 homebrew is, you know, kind of a big thing. Like WaveRay 64 is just like so widely revered as one of the best aged games on the system, you know? I mean, just best period. I mean, it's so good. That's actually a little surprising. Like, I wonder if maybe the wave system just isn't very plug and play for, I mean, there might be, you know, there's probably a lot, like, I don't really know the extent to which there might be some random elements or to the extent that the waves are kind of scripted. That's a great question, actually. Like this game, if you could easily fit like, if you could easily like create new courses or relatively easily, like that would actually be fantastic, because just the core framework of this game is so rock solid. Right. You know, that's actually, I'd never thought about that. You know, I don't pay that much close attention to ROM hacks, but that's super interesting. That's a great idea.
So also Eric donated $10. Thank you.
Thank you.
I remember criticism that the $20 plan when it came out was because they don't offer much, but now they're the only platform holder with a reasonable base tier. All I want is multi and save backup, and I absolutely agree with you. I would pay, you know, $20 a year for just save file backup on PS Plus, because I just feel like PlayStation Plus is so expensive. Like it's ridiculously expensive.
Mine literally just renewed. It's like the basic price
mine
is like $80
as well.
right?
But I mean, it's just so stupid that all I really care about is the save file backup, because I don't want to lose that stuff.
Even to play Final Fantasy 14, like, since that's like a Square Enix subscription, that does not require any level of PS Plus to play. So like, we would need online play like when a new Hazelight game comes out, and otherwise like we don't need it. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's really, really stupid. I wish that they would do something about it, because the price is so stupid for like what you get. Like, if people just want a save file backup, then that's fine. And I wouldn't even get a save file backup if I could.
Oh wow, you can see their faces kind of.
Saves to like a flash drive, because there's just no way to do that on a PS5 anyways, which is beyond stupid. It's, I mean, there's a lot of frustrating stuff about Sony these days, and that's definitely one of them for me. That just like just give us something. I mean, even Microsoft gives you that for free.
Yeah.
just include it. Include the save file backup, especially since it's such a
And I feel like it works
like
better
there's no
on
way
Xbox,
around it on the system at all.
on
period.
Xbox as well, because like when I did like the Final Fantasy 13 and 14 videos for Digital Foundry, like jumping back and forth between like Xbox 360, Series X, Xbox One, like it syncs the data when you turn off the other console, like as it's shutting down, it syncs the data like really quickly. And like,
Yeah.
for example, I was at my parents' house this weekend. By the way, this is one of the best name entry screens of all time. So I was at my parents' this weekend, which is where my launch PS5 is. I've got the Pro here. I played a little Final Fantasy 14, and I realized like I forgot to like manually sync my character configuration, which doesn't really affect much because I don't change character settings that often. But like,
Right.
I realized I hadn't synced that, and I was like, oh, I bet it's not going to have like some of the things I changed when I boot this up here, and it didn't, because like on PS5, like sometimes it just doesn't sync until like I check like, is this synced? No, it's not, and I have to like force something. Like it just doesn't always work reliably.
Right.
I don't know. The for Switch, I found, you know, the one time I've ever really used it for the Switch was when I got my OLED. And I was honestly quite surprised to see like, yeah, everything actually was backed up, and it was not as time consuming of a process as I expected to download all my saves, which is what I'm planning to do for the Switch too. I'm not planning to do a system transfer. I'm just gonna download my saves.
You can just activate it as a new one, right?
Huh? The
You can
Switch
just activate
2?
it as a new one, right?
Just as a new system?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to do a system transfer. I mean, once I put my account on it, it'll be fine. And oh yeah, look at the butt on what's his name, Dave Marita. Well, he's got like a little butthole, a hole for the a hole for the butt.
Yeah.
This game's all about butts.
Yeah. Butt Race 64, as Pot Belly Punch says. Yes.
Let's boot up Pilot Wings, because this, I don't know if they, oh my gosh, look at that. That don't look right. Oh gosh, it's 60 frames per second. So I knew about this, but I think didn't they have to fix some things, because like some challenges or timers or physics or something was broken, because this game is uncapped.
Okay.
Do I need to increase the volume of the music? It looks like I might need to increase the volume of the music, because people, oops, there's an old scene where I had Fenris on. I accidentally clicked on the wrong scene. I'm trying to increase the volume. Anyway, this game is unlocked, but it almost never runs at 60 frames per second. Or I don't know if it's unlocked. It might be like double buffer VSync. It might like jump between 60, 30, 20. I saw earlier Mr. Deuce say I got to play as his boy Goose. So let's do that. But anyway, like I remember there were problems when this launched. But it doesn't look like they fixed it by capping the frame rate or anything. Like I wonder how they fixed it, or if they fixed it. I assume it's fixed, because this looks insane. Like this is not natural. Like this feels to me like it may as well be like 240 frames per second, because I am so used to seeing this game not at 60. This is very weird.
Do you hate it like this?
No, I don't hate it. Oh, I don't hate it. It's pretty cool. It's weird though. I'm really impressed though that all the HUDs. Oh, the radar is not though. All the HUD except for the radar or mini map, whatever you want to call it, is sharp upscale. I don't think it's nearest neighbor. I think it's sharp bilinear. But the border around the mini map, maybe it might be like a texture stuck on a polygon or a transparent polygon. I don't know how that works. Oh, it's so weird though. It's so weird. It's cool. It's kind of awesome, actually. I wonder if the resolution is higher on Switch 2. See, a good bonus to doing this. Okay, I'm going to bounce around between characters. I'm not going to just do Goose. Like a good benefit to. I see some stuttering here and there, but this is pretty crazy, actually.
Is her name Ibis?
Yeah, they're all named after birds.
Is that short for in-body? Was it in-body image stabilization?
No, all characters in this game are named after birds.
Oh, I was talking about 'cause that's what it's called on our cameras, like the in-body.
I thought it was
image
called
stabilization is called IBIS.
I thought it was OIS, optical image stabilization.
I don't know. Maybe that's like the built-in in the lens, maybe, and then the in-body is. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
I'm real curious now though. To
OIS is lens. See, here's Cal McMahon like setting us straight. OIS is lens. IBIS is camera body.
Okay. But on the Lumix though, it says like if you have like both body stabilization and lens stabilization on, it says dual OIS. Or maybe it doesn't say OIS. It just has like that little hand, that like shaky hand icon. It just says dual shaky hand.
Yeah. There's also $5 from Gaming Delight saying, "Thanks, Coury, for taking part in my latest video. You guys looking forward to Switch 2. Is the video out where I talk for 2 minutes and 17 seconds about the launch of the Sega Genesis? Just a quick 2 minutes 17 seconds. Where I talk about how Ghouls and Ghosts is my favorite game on the system. But yeah, I mean, we're both getting Switch 2. I know, like, I am kind of excited.
The excitement is growing with proximity for me.
Yeah, I think it's going to be. I don't know how much there is to be excited about. You know what I mean? Like yes, it's a new console launch, and like that's neat.
You don't really care about
like,
Mario.
I'm excited to see like what it does, but it's just doesn't feel like a new console launch at all.
I'm excited about Mario Kart.
I am not.
I know you are. You're not a Mario Kart guy. It's okay.
Right.
So there's definitely, especially in like a city and this is little states. This is the big map. There's definitely some stutter. It'll be interesting to see if it looks smoother on Switch 2 or if the resolution's any higher. They teased that. Scanline filter, which didn't look particularly impressive.
Yeah, for the GameCube stuff or for
I'm sorry, I meant N64 stuff.
Oh.
They I didn't think it really looked very good.
Yeah, why is that exciting?
Well, because Nintendo today like keeps sending all these like super mundane I mean, I don't even look at it, but I see what people say has been on Nintendo Today. Like they apparently Nintendo Today had like one of their daily updates was you could view a 3D model of an HDMI cable. They're like, wow, people.
It's been out a month and they're like desperate already.
It's like, look at this technology from 2006.
Yes, look at it. That's been on our last, 2 consoles, soon to be 3 consoles.
Okay, this is the level I wanted to get to because it's daytime and you start with very little fuel. But if I get a little fuel, I should be able to get to the other side of the country and reach the gas station.
Is there a reason you want to see the gas station?
Because, well, I just wanted to look at this.
It's so complex that it makes like the N64 like struggle to perform.
I mean, this is no. It's just because I wanted to see if I could get to the other side of the country. I only got 2 fuel things. I don't actually know how many you really need to get to the other side, but I want to see if I can do it. Where's there? Oh yeah, over there. I'm not gonna go all the way over there. It's Mario on Mount Rushmore. Yeah, it stutters, but it looks pretty neat. I have to say, I'm quite curious. I'm quite curious to see if Switch 2 will make this run like perfectly or what.
I don't know. Like, I'm definitely probably not going to get anything like. The only thing that I'm considering getting physical on the Switch 2 launch is Breath of the Wild. Like, strangely enough. And I feel like talking about that in that video, like, maybe want to get it even more.
You know what? If you have the expansion pack, you wouldn't need to buy that right away. Because the expansion pack is going to have the Switch 2 updates for Tears of the Kingdom and...
is it normally $20?
Well, the... There's the gas station, I think. I mean, the upgrade's only like $10 digitally.
Okay.
But the upgrade is I mean, $80 physical, $10 digital upgrade. But the expansion pack includes Tears of the Kingdom. Oh wait, is it that gas station? Maybe this one doesn't work. Oh, there we go. Got gas. Yeah. Let's go watch the rocket take off.
Yeah, but that's just I got the I had Breath of the Wild on Switch. I got it at launch, and I just feel like it's a good cartridge to get because of the it'll be more complete and have bugs fixed. Unless I guess being on the Switch 2 might introduce additional bugs.
Wow, you can really see the seams in the skybox.
Yeah,
near the top.
But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, it just felt like a good thing to get. Like, it's really the only thing that interested me physically on day one.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna buy a Mario Kart, I'll probably get it digitally, and then I'll just wait for maybe a more complete cartridge to make its way to store shelves.
I think you're going cave on.
I want to hang on to it, but.
You're going to see people talking about Mario Kart, and you're going to want to be part of the hype.
Yeah. So there was Gerger Binks with the $5 super chat saying thank you, saying do you feel like Nintendo lost some of their identity with the Switch? Feels like years prior and including the Wii U era had more Nintendo personality. And I don't think so at all. Honestly, like maybe
prior to what era?
But
prior to what era?
Like
years prior to the Switch, including the Wii U era, had more Nintendo personality.
I don't think so. I think like in terms of Nintendo personality, like this might be a little controversial, but I feel like GameCube was kind of Nintendo's like identity crisis generation. Like it, like don't get me wrong, there were some games on GameCube they're firing on all cylinders, but like some of them just kind of feel weird. Like I feel they hadn't really fully developed their like modern art style that they really kind of nailed with the Wii. Let's play some GoldenEye.
Yes, I feel like their personality has been fine, but I mean, like I've never been super like I've never paid super close attention to Nintendo's personality, honestly. I don't know what I said during the video that will come out this week, and the more I think about it, the more I think it's true. I feel like, in a way, there's no way that we'll ever have a generation of video games as interesting as what we've had previously ever again. And I think that it's pretty incredible just how interesting the Switch generation was. You know, like Tri talks about Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Like that will never happen again. Like something he's wanted for that long will never happen again.
Yeah.
And I think that that's true for a lot of things. Like, I don't think we'll ever get another Super Mario RPG remake. Like, just a lot of, like, really interesting, weird things, like, unexpected things, especially since this was, like, their longest generation, right? By far.
Oh, yeah.
So they just, like, released so much stuff, you know, over the course of it. And I just think that maybe, in a way, like, we'll never have a generation of games that's like that, just because I don't think that I just think that there's just too much stuff, and like there's just too much stuff that came out that we won't be able to repeat that, because especially as you know, people who grew up playing a lot of these games are getting remakes, are at the age that we are now, like in our 30s and 40s and 50s. Like it's not gonna. They're gonna stop catering to people our age eventually.
Yeah. The comments already scrolled off, but someone said something to the effect of like how they feel the system itself is so boring because, you know, just boring menu, boring interface, no music. I actually like I absolutely understand where you're coming from. Like I personally actually really like ambient console menu music. I think I know it kind of annoys you, but I think it's a nice touch.
Apparently you can set this to widescreen.
Oh, right. Let's check that out. You know, so the default controls, like they have no concession really for you to play with a workable control scheme like on first boot if you're using a pro controller. Like the game is like basically unplayable with a pro controller, but I'm using the N64 controller, of course, which, you know, yeah, I know that the default scheme is not like modern first person controls, but I start playing GoldenEye and my mind is my muscle memory is in that mode. Like this, I can 100% play this game that way. So this, yeah, let's see how this looks. This is neat. So screen full wide. What? Let's see how.
There's also $2 from Jake A, and I guarantee. I think this is about Pilot
interesting.
Wings, but he said, I think the Birdman gameplay is still broken.
Yeah, so that I forgot exactly what the issue was. Look at this cinematic aspect ratio. Kind of awesome, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is actually really cool. This is way cooler than playing it on Xbox with an Xbox controller. Like playing this with an N64 controller and high res feels very right, I have to say. The scaling on the ammo counter is a little funky, for sure, though. But anyway, yeah, I think the Birdman physics or something was broken. So yeah, I don't know if they fixed that, but I gotta say, otherwise, playing Pilot Wings and faster frame rate is kind of neat. Very weird, very unnatural, but kind
I
of
always
neat.
loved that they had to show this from like so many different angles, like the entire thing.
I know. Well,
entire swan dive.
so it's cool that that's like adaptive. Like whether, I mean, not that it's cool that they ever show the forced borders, but it is interesting how it functions.
There's also $4.99 from Scott Davis. Thank you. Saying, bless everyone who got successful Switch 2 pre-orders. Wish the rest of us luck as we seek to score the new console this summer. To be completely honest, I don't think it's going to be hard. I bet it's going to be fairly easy to get, like, within a week of launch. I bet.
I don't know.
I bet it's going to be. I think that they've been building up this stock for a very long time. But I did see something about how Walmart's been canceling pre-orders, but I think that has more to do with Apple Pay.
Oh.
But we'll see. I mean, I feel like it's going to be not super difficult to get, like, at least within like a month of the launch.
Well, we shall see.
But really quick, talking about like the Switch menu.
Oh yeah, I feel like it's my favorite. Like, I understand what that comment was saying about, you know, it lacks personality to some extent, but I feel like just from a just general usability standpoint, it's by far my favorite like current console.
Yeah, I just wish they had like folders, and that would be it.
But no
And
one
it's-
has
it's kinda-
folders.
it's
I mean,
kinda nice,
Xbox
like, how
kind of does,
uncomplicated
but
and everything as it is, you know. Like, I used to think it was so fun to like see what happened, like how the OS turns out on a system.
yeah,
But I think, like, I used to love like the OS updates on the PS3, like excited about new firmware releases, right? But I really like just how the Switch's menu is. It's just about playing the darn game.
yeah, and like it's really easy to get to the, you know, the system settings. The system settings menu is not complicated. It's very easy to get to the setting you're going for. It's just I think by far the most usable and like least overwrought of the interfaces.
That guy just like jumped out.
Yeah.
He's like, surprise! I'm here.
Don't forget about me.
Also, it's $5 from Aerial Aces. Thank you.
Thank you.
And the Wii has some of the best music out there. The 3DS, the best themes and artwork. Of course, these were peak Iwata and Yokoi City philosophy. Yeah, I mean, like, I guess, like, I don't know, like the, I guess, I don't know, like, I get, like, the Wii especially, like, I wasn't super invested in Nintendo's personality. I'm not sure if I've ever been, like, invested in Nintendo's personality.
Oh man.
You know, it's different than, I don't know, like, it's just,
I don't think I have to wait for anything here, right? Yeah, I can just leave.
maybe it just didn't really, doesn't matter to me as much, I guess.
But I do think the I do think the Switch menu is just very nice and usable.
Bruce is saying I never went to the weather channel app at night, and no, sir, I watched the real Weather Channel. I only say that because it's just funny because there's like someone I think it was that box that posted it on Blue Sky the other day said that it was like you can just go to a website and it shows you the Weather Channel like they
It's got the music.
yeah I've heard some. I think that the music might be AI though,
Oh,
which like is kind of a bummer. Yeah, I prefer Blue Sky a ton to X. I haven't used Twitter in like this year, probably close to like since last summer, probably.
I haven't used it in like, I don't think I've used it since before the Switch came out.
Yeah.
I hate social media. Always have.
And I don't use the I especially like I would delete the account if I was sure that somebody else wouldn't take it. And I enjoy looking at Blue Sky as compared to Twitter. I mean, I guess I actually like I care about my mental well-being.
It's good that I'm actually going to be getting some.
At least I'm not out here
saves.
getting
Huh?
angry at people on the internet. Imagine getting like real riled up about it. Because I prefer to use one social media over another. I gotta get real angry over it. Anyways, I'm definitely excited about seeing everybody's reaction to the Switch too, more so than
So than your own
yeah.
impressions.
I don't know, like doing that video just like made me really appreciate, I think, how good the Switch generation was though.
Yeah, well,
There's a lot of stuff in this that we call it a Switch game because like that's the system we played it on,
Right.
and there's a lot of stuff that was on other systems and ran better on other systems, but sometimes we didn't play those or we didn't they didn't come out first.
Right. Well,
it made sense on the Switch.
I always forget where the exit in this level is. But I mean, I have to say, like, you know, there were a surprising number of games that we discussed that we didn't have like
yes,
archived footage for. But you know what? I have to admit, like, going and grabbing B-roll for like what is literally a video about our favorite Switch games. Although there is a segment where we talk about disappointments.
Mm-hmm.
But like going and capturing B-roll from or G-roll rather. Here's the exit. Capturing G-roll from our favorite, you know, games for a system is like probably like basically like the best like task, like work task you could have.
Mm-hmm.
Like it has not been miserable. Like even like some of the RPGs and stuff that's like, oh, like how am I going to capture some good footage of this? Like I played a little bit like with a loaded save just to get some like, stuff that's not the very beginning. Then I start a new game and I'm like, man, I want to keep playing. it was not bad, I have to admit, capturing that stuff. It honestly kind of made me think, like, you know, even though there's like no reason for it, I mean, maybe we could like pick something that's about to have like a landmark anniversary, but I'm like, why don't we just do this exact same video, exact same format, exact same way of like honorable mentions, disappointments, and then unranked 4 to 10 and ranked 1 to 3. Like, why don't we just do that for other systems, like older systems? Like, why don't we do that for Super Nintendo? I don't know. You know?
I don't know. Like it's fun. I think it's very funny that we thought that the entire recording time was only gonna be an hour and a half.
Ridge Racer 64. What a weird one to be on here. I have no idea what to expect from how this one looks. I'm actually not super familiar with this version, so I don't know if it like how it feels. I've played it a little bit, but not a ton. I played it in the store back in the day, actually.
We call it G-roll because it's just gameplay, game roll.
Yeah, it's game capture. Like it's easier than saying like coming up, like it's like coming up with a phrase like that is like the easiest way to like distinguish like capture from camera footage, right? Like if you say, give me B-roll of, you know, this game, like, do you mean you want me to shoot the case or do you want me to grab footage from the game? Like we would say get G-roll.
Right. It's just our own thing.
Oh, you do. That's funny. You do quick play and it like literally just like immediately drops you into a race with like no settings or anything. How can I change the camera? I need, there we go.
There was $5 from EB Chill too. Thank you. Saying, what games would you say are egregiously absent from Nintendo Switch Online in terms of
like just classics, I guess. Like how is this game?
In terms of like on like overall or on N64?
I mean, I obviously GoldenEye was that game for a long time, right?
Yeah.
Although I don't know if it was that long, honestly. Like, cause here's the thing, like, and one of the reasons I thought this would be a fun stream is like, I have not paid like any attention to like what they're putting on here. Cause it's like, look, yeah. I already have like a million ways to play every platform. I generally prefer like the original resolution experience. Although I'll admit, like playing these games in high res is neat. It's neat.
Right.
And the more I think about it, like the value of like having that on a portable system when you're traveling is pretty high, because you know, a lot of times when I'm traveling, I'm just like I'm not in the mood to like start a new game, right? So it's nice that you just have like access to a bunch of classics. Like the last time I was on Airplane, I played through most of Donkey Kong Country 2. You know?
Mm-hmm.
That's fun. So that there is an advantage to just having this stuff be so easily accessible. But I've played like no attention. Whoa. There's definitely a few weird things about how this controls. But yeah, I've basically paid no attention because like I'm not going to get excited.
Yeah, N64 Mature app.
There is. It's a separate thing. Maybe after I look at another game or two here, we'll go to the Mature app.
It just makes it sound so dirty.
Yeah, it's like a separate thing.
It's like N64 After Dark. Late night with the N64.
Yeah, I'll load up a few more things on this here. After I finish, I'll just do this one race, and then I want to try Pokemon Puzzle League because I want to see what a mostly 2D game like that looks like on here. But it does have some 3D elements, so I'm really curious. That one also has some FMV.
He is using the Nintendo Switch Online N64 pad.
I am. I should probably load up Mario 64 and just see how I feel about the range of movement.
I mainly got the GameCube controller because I want to use it on my GameCube. With my Blue Retro. Even though I do have a Wavebird, which probably, you know, I have 2 Wavebirds actually. I have 3 Wavebirds. No, I have 2.
Well, the fact that
I have one that Chris Shellman gave me. I don't know if he's still here, but it was really dirty, and I have not cleaned it yet. It looked like it was up something, but
the fact that the fact that Switch 2 makes like remapping buttons so much more accessible, like that, assuming you can do that with Switch Online controllers, which as far as if I'm not mistaken, I believe you cannot currently do. I don't think you can, like, remap Switch Online controllers on Switch 1. So if they let you do that on Switch 2, that potentially, like, could really increase the number of games you could use with, I mean, even a controller like this or the GameCube controller. Like, the GameCube controller could potentially become like a go-to for some games. You know what I was actually wishing? I kind of wish I had I don't have a USB GameCube adapter. And if I did, that would be like the controller I would want to play GBA with. Like, I pulled out the Super Nintendo controller for GBA because that's, like, I guess.
Can you imagine, like, seeing, like, this race on TV, and so, like, and there was just a random driver that was actually the driver, like you're driving right now. Like, wouldn't that be hilarious to, like, see that on, like, live television? Just, like, you know, just drifting into the back of people.
Drifting off straight away. I want where there it is. You know what I think is a big missing game?
Professional driver is out there doing that.
Well, there's some of that FMV.
Yeah.
Okay, this looks. Oh, ooh. Oh my gosh!
The driver's like, I need you to get out there and pretend like you're playing Ridge Racer for the first time. That's like the directions. They're like, you got it, boss.
Like, what if that was like a movie, like a movie about someone. You know, it's like the next Fast and the Furious, like, has like a character who's like intentionally driving, like he's playing Ridge Racer 64 for the first time.
For the first time, yes.
Okay, this is looking kind of bad, I have to say. Oh my gosh. Like, so certain elements are nearest neighbor, certain elements are like blurred to heck.
That does look weird. Like the text box, the outline is crisp, but then the actual text.
And then look at but also look at the title screen. Look how it's like blurry, except when this like flashing effect on I don't know if you can tell on the stream, but
yeah, when it flashes,
like Pikachu is sharp when it's like one way and blurry when it's oh my gosh. I'm not impressed with this one. Play this one on your N64 digital or Ultra HDMI, folks. This one looks bad here. But here's one of the few examples of N64 FMV right here. I mean, it's not that bad.
You know what's really funny about working on this video though is like it's made me that like I absolutely want to play Astral Chain like really soon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like you liked the footage? Like I feel like
oh yeah, I mean
I did such a bad
it has like a credit sequence where you're like riding a motorcycle. I'm like, oh, I want to play.
Oh yeah, it's an opening. Yeah, the opening credits is pretty awesome.
Yeah, that made me want to play it really, really soon. And I wonder if if it will have any enhancement on the Switch 2. And who knows?
I don't know if it has dynamic resolution. It probably looks at least as good. Gotta get my buddy Bulbasaur.
Corpse 413, you know, asking the question that I should have asked, but saying, hey, do you guys know that there are over 150 Pokemon? And I was aware.
Them Pokemon.
Pokemon. But yeah, I mean, Astral Chain, I really wanted to play it after watching your capture.
I had a hard time. Like, that's not an easy game to just jump back into, you know? I definitely had a bit of a hard time capturing that. Because I like loaded the save and I like walked around the police station. And like at least I was able to get a little bit of like investigation gameplay. Not much, but I had like no idea what I was doing. I'm gonna win. Yeah, I am shocked and appalled at how this looks.
How this looks.
Yeah, I am dismayed.
Win some, you lose some. It's interesting because maybe they just didn't know what to do.
Maybe.
And they were just like, all right, well.
I mean, I'm sure it has something to do with the way the you know what graphics are made with 2D, what's made with 3D.
Yeah.
You know, I what could they have done better? I personally do not know. Like I don't know the exactly like the technical hurdles over like, you know, some stuff has looked really good in terms of you know, looked really good in terms of, you know, nearest neighbor upscaling for the HUD, or not nearest neighbor, but like sharp bilinear. But yeah. Oh man, this is not going as well as I thought.
The FMV cutscene took up 90% of the cartridge space.
What took up?
The FMV sequence.
Oh really? That's funny.
I mean, I don't know if that's for real or not, but
it might have.
So that would be very funny. It's an N64 joke. This is one of the 8 games that runs at 60 FPS on the system.
Oh come on!
Is it something like that?
Is that actually all? Like I don't know if that's actually all.
I don't know. I feel like John said something as like.
I mean, he might actually have a number.
It was less than 10 games, I think.
There's probably enough like random 2D games. Okay, so what I want to get out of this mode, because I also want to see what the 3D mode looks like. Because that's actually kind of like there's no reason to play this over Tetris Attack except for a few features. Let's see, is it spa service? No. Puzzle games. Is anyone, where's the 3D mode?
There's a 3D mode?
Yeah, there's a 3D mode. But someone in here has to know where it is. Come on. Do you have to unlock it? I'm surprised no one is telling me where the
beat the game without dying.
Huh?
You have to beat the game without.
It says
losing.
endless game. Doesn't say. Oh, okay. Here we go. All right. I just want to see what it looks like. See,
Oh.
I thought the 2D stuff was going to look sharp, and that like I expected this mode to look like this, a little blurry. But I thought like the other stuff that takes place on a 2D plane, like I thought it was going to look good, but it don't. Yeah, I'd say this game disappointed in its presentation on Switch Online. So now we know.
Now you know. I mean, you can make this whole video of like on this, like, oh, this one looks disappointing because of this. This one looks good because of this. Every single game on the system. Like, what is Iggy's something? Like, at that main character,
let's
he looks
boot that
like a
out.
booger.
I've barely touched this game. I do have it, but I've barely touched it. This
Iggy's Wrecking Balls. I mean,
Iggy's
he looks
Wrecking
like a booger.
Balls. It's an Acclaim game.
It's an iguana game.
Acclaim loves their iguanas.
Yeah. Iguana did NBA Jam on the. I always liked Probe Entertainment.
Okay, not impressed with the title screen, but you know it is what it is.
He looks like a booger.
A booger.
He looks like one of those Mad Balls. You ever seen? Remember the Mad Balls? I mean,
I
you
feel
might
like
be
you've
too
brought this
young
up before.
about Mad Balls. You know what I'm talking
That was
about?
a pumpkin. I want to be the pumpkin. The pumpkin's name is Gnarly.
You got to be the robot one. Name is Robert. Robert. There was $10 from Mega X6. Thank you.
Thank you.
Saying good evening. It's hard to believe the Switch 2 will be released this week. I've enjoyed the Switch more than I originally thought I would. My favorite Nintendo consoles are GB, SNES, and Switch.
Whoa. Whoa.
I mean, you put
What?
the NES in there.
Whoa. I have no...
NES, SNES, and Switch are probably my favorite systems.
Wow.
I am number one.
Oh.
Come on. I would definitely say that the NES, Super NES, and Switch are my three favorite Nintendo consoles. And it's not even close, I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, NES and
It's
Super
like a
Nintendo
distant-
definitely top two.
There's a big gap between whatever
The
comes
third
next.
slot I would have to think about. I mean, Switch is probably better than N64, but my heart is with N64. This is weird. This is like what if they tried to make like Uniracers? What if they try to make Uniracers like 3D with a weird perspective? Is like incomprehensible. Like I'm starting to understand. There's like, but it's like platforming, and you have like a grapple hook. This game is weird, I have to say. But you know what? I'm glad it's here. Glad it's here. It's good for third-party stuff to be on here, because people think like N64 just literally doesn't have third-party games, and it ain't true. This sure is weird. That's enough of that for now, though.
Iggy's Wrecking Balls.
I want to take a quick look at Mario Kart, because the sprites in this could look real bad. Okay. Title screen looks solid. Menu looks
They care more
good.
about this than they do about Pokemon.
I mean, it's hard to imagine they care about much more Pokemon. The game select up top is blurry, but everything else on here is sharp. Okay, what do the characters look like? Characters are blurry, which for this style of art, you know, it's not necessarily a bad choice.
You think we'll get a Iggy's Wrecking Ball remake on the Switch too? What if they did it and it was like it was so good? It was like easily the best game on the system.
So, I guess unsurprisingly, like what could they do? The sprite outlines cutouts look quite bad here.
Yeah, I just don't know if they could.
I just don't
make it look any better. I mean, I feel like it looks bad on HDMI mods too.
Yeah. I mean, I don't.
It's just like the pre-rendered outline. Like
yeah. But it's moving in 3D space,
it.
so you can't do like sharp upscaling and expect it to look good, you know?
Yeah. I mean,
like,
the only way to make it look good is to completely redo the whole thing.
Yeah. Which I mean is really what they've done with, you know, the bonus tracks and other Mario Kart games. You know, so I've been paying like no attention to Mario Kart like since, you know, that April 2nd direct, like basically no attention. Like I've seen a thing here and there, but
about it? Like I don't know. I haven't.
So I don't want people to say this if it's known. Like I don't want to know, but like I have no idea if they're going to have like the classic tracks. I mean, that's been a tradition since Mario Kart Wii is having classic tracks, but like with it moving over to this like, you know, open world-ish game, like I did remember seeing something like, oh, like Mario Circuit number whatever is like someone spotted that like in the background somewhere or something. But like whether there's like actually like a main course, like I don't know. Okay, let me let's see what Dr. Mario 64 looks like. That's another, like this should be an entirely 2D game. Okay, that's sharp. Or actually no, I guess there are like some 3D-ish elements kind of here. Like those background elements aren't looking so hot. Yeah. Okay. Not looking great. The steering looks good except for the creature.
I don't remember any Mad Balls except for the one that has the ring through its nose.
Okay, this looks good. Once you get into gameplay, this looks good.
You're playing that fever mode.
Mm-hmm. Oops. Oh, now the game over looks bad. Okay, but the game looks good. Game looks good. Let's see. Anything else I should look at here?
I never played that, but you had an extra copy of it you got from, I think, Mr. Dots, right?
Never played what?
Dr. Mario 64. I'm pretty sure you gave it to me.
Oh, I don't remember that being one of them. Yeah, maybe. I mean, Dr. Mario 64 came out in 2001, and I remember it because it was just a dire year for the N64, and
that was
well, and like up
that
to
was
that
the game, huh?
Up to that point,
gonna...
like I didn't really particularly want it, but like up to that point, I had bought every single Mario related N64 game. And I'm like, well, I can't.
It was the N64's Tamagotchi life.
Yeah.
Like one last thing.
Yeah.
Mario 64.
But I just couldn't break the streak, you know? Like I'm like, I have to have happened to buy every Mario related N64 game. I have to buy this. And you know, there weren't a lot of other games coming out, so I had the money to get it. So I got it. All right, I'm just loading this up because I'm just curious. Like I don't know like how this compares ultimately to the that hand on that menu didn't look great.
Dear Mario,
I don't know how this compares to the 3D All-Stars version.
yours truly.
Um,
Toadstool.
obviously that version doesn't have forced borders. I just want to see how the basic controls feel. I would venture a guess that this is ultimately worse than 3D All-Stars. It's so weird though that Nintendo would like ultimately have like 2 versions of this game out there available and like one.
Well, I think that now people are like the fact that they did that with this and have that 3D All Stars version makes you hope that they will port Wind Waker HD to the Switch too, right? Because at least this version existing and there being another version, a cartridge version, gives precedence to that. For them to do that, to like have Wind Waker in the app and then have Wind Waker HD is something you can buy.
Yeah.
So can you like not even buy Mario 3D All Stars like digitally on the store anymore either?
Yeah, that was like a limited time only thing.
Right. For some reason, I thought like, in my mind I was thinking, oh, it's only for the cartridge. But no, it's.
Although, like, why don't you look up like how expensive is like buying like a used copy of 3D All Stars these days? Like maybe
That's a good
like
question.
it might not be that expensive because I think they made a ton.
I know, but I've like
That's also a game people are going to hold on to. Let's see. I am 3D Homer. Say,
it's expensive.
Really?
I mean, it's over $100 brand new.
Okay.
Close to $100, like with the case and everything. And car only is like $75.
Okay.
They'll put out Wind Waker and Twilight Princess HD, but only make it available for 6 months.
Oh, okay. They did the noise well. Often emulated poorly. The HUD is sharp upscaled, but the internal detail is poor. I would say that even though it's not like a great upscale, like the higher res assets they did for the HUD and the 3D All Stars version definitely look better. But this plays well. Like you've got Mario's full range of movement for sure, so that's nice. But there's really no options on this one. That's where the Switch Online or for the Switch 2 version comes in.
Mm-hmm.
Where, you know, it has the scale. I mean, I didn't look at the video full screen. I wasn't particularly impressed by what they showed, but maybe it looks better than that. I don't know.
Hopefully.
Okay, let's see. Someone said Sin. So Sin and Punishment apparently, I mean, I'm using the N64 controller, but apparently it's like the one game that they added some kind of settings to like make it playable with a like standard controller.
Oh, interesting. I wonder if it controls better.
I mean, I think that the N64 controls are kind of awesome.
Yeah, well, for sure. And, you know, it's, you know, designed around that, right?
Yeah. But... so let's see. Controls. Type 1.
It's pretty amazing that this is on so many platforms where they've, like, you know, put it on Virtual Console and they did this, and it's just like the one game that they never actually released on the system. and it makes you wonder like how much they regret that.
I mean, it's kind of like, I mean, not that it would have the same impact as Xenoblade, but like, you know, it's so funny to think of how like stubborn Nintendo of America was really being about not releasing Xenoblade for so long.
Mhm.
And it's like one of the powerhouses of like Japanese RPGs now. And it's like
Yeah.
huge in the West, right? And like the history of how slow they were to bring that to America, like is still felt because like it established British dialects is like the main
Yeah.
accent in the series to this day. Like except for X. So I'm not sure if like one of these three schemes is new, or if they would like potentially show a different controller if I wasn't using this controller. But I think someone was saying that they made it playable with but you hold it like this. You hold the D-pad and the stick. I mean, it certainly looks better than the Wii version, which was, you know, obviously the first way we had to play it. The timer looks blurry, but the other HUD elements look good, including actually, I think the hit counter is sharp as well, which is nice.
So if GameCube is it's gonna be on Switch 2, do you think Wii is inevitable then?
I think so, and I think it's a great fit for the system because, you know, I personally think that the Joy-Con, like just a solo held Joy-Con, you know, like you did in Mario 3D All-Stars for Galaxy, I think that actually feels great, honestly. I would, like, if I were to, like, play all the way through Galaxy again, I would absolutely play the 3D All-Stars version, because I think it's, you know, it's not a perfect replacement for the Wii Remote aiming, but I think it's close enough to do what that game requires of it. You know what's interesting? I guess this game first. I don't know. For some reason, I had it in my head that this was, maybe an M-rated game when they finally brought it over to the Wii, but maybe not. Like, I don't know. This was, again, like people. Things mean so much more to people than what they are when one region gets it and another one doesn't. Like people way overinflate like how what this game represents, like what a mistake it is that we don't have it, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, sometimes it's true. Sometimes it's true. Like, like I just mentioned, Xenoblade, like that.
Yeah.
That was obviously a huge mistake. Now with this, like, this wouldn't have changed the N64's fortunes. I mean, it's such a late game anyway. But
but I mean, I think that.
But people,
it would have been a better release than Dr. Mario 64.
Absolutely. But I think I do think a lot. I think people in look how the face textures like look sharper than like the hair textures. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, I wonder about what's the deal there. That's interesting.
They almost look redrawn, but with less color. I guess there's like
it's interesting.
Banding going on.
I'm not sure what's going on there. But anyway, I think because we didn't have this game, because N64 fans were always putting up with people saying like, "Oh, N64 is the kiddie system." Like we were hungry for mature games, right?
Yeah.
And like, a game called Sin and Punishment like sounds like exactly what N64 fans wanted to like
Yes.
dispel the system's reputation.
It's almost like they named it that because they wanted,
Maybe,
Like,
although I don't know if like,
because they wanted people to feel like that.
but in
You know what I mean? Like
but in
it's not,
Japan, like who I have
moving
no
on. So
I have
like,
no
what is the
clue
most
if,
hardcore name that we could call this?
Yeah.
Without it having like a swear word in the name.
that's not a swear word, but
No, I'm saying without it. Having
without or just short of having a swear word. Yeah, like
Yeah.
like I mean
Oh,
it's
sin and
interesting.
punishment.
Like I don't I have no idea like if that like sounds as hardcore in Japan as it does here, but
Right. Yeah.
yeah, like I don't know, it's but again, but what my original point was people like did people at that time actually want like an arcade shooter? I feel like this kind of game would not have actually been very popular in America had it actually come out here. Like there would definitely be people saying they loved it, but like was it the wrong decision to not bring it out here? I wouldn't
I'd say it was the wrong decision, but even if it didn't sell good, like I think that it would have a reputation.
100%. It would definitely be, but like all the N60, like it wouldn't move the needle for N64
with anything in it,
naysayers.
nothing's gonna move the needle.
Because I mean,
So
except for
just-
maybe Sega fans might think it's cool because, like
Yeah.
you know, Saturn definitely is a lot more of an arcadey system, right? And
Mm-hmm.
this is an arcadey game, but I feel like this is not the kind of game that American N64 people actually, like the broader N64 audience, I don't know if they actually wanted this kind of game, but they wanted it because of what it represented, is what I'm trying to say. It represented this like mature kind of image for the system that they wanted so desperately. Like they wanted N64 to be perceived as not for kids.
I don't think that any N64 owner would be disappointed by this.
Well, you mean disappointed by this game?
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of people who like I honestly had no I knew the name, I knew people wanted it. At the time though, I didn't really know what kind of game it was. Like I didn't know it was like an arcade shooter. Like if I had played this when it first came out, I'm not sure if it would have been one of my favorites. I don't think I would have been in the right frame of mind for this style of game at the time. But then, like by the
How
time
old
it
were
came
you
to the
when this came
Wii,
out?
by the
How
time it
old were
came
you?
to the Wii, like I
Were you,
was like I was ready
15
for
or 16?
Huh?
When this came out, you were like 15 or 16 when this came out.
I don't know what year is it. 2000?
Maybe.
I would have been
6.
16, give or take.
This game would be like it's like specifically for people your age at that time.
I guess,
I
but
would
like at my point, like
Maybe not for you, but I mean, for
I was-
most
I was
N64
not-
players, it's like straight up a game meant for teenagers.
Sure, but again, it's like not like this long adventure. It's like this like, you know, start over and retry again kind of game, which is just not the kind of game I think people were expecting on like home consoles at the time. You know, like this very arcadey kind of experience, like limited continues and all that stuff. Like that's, you know, you don't save your progress. You have to like start over from the beginning. Like I just. Well, I don't think that kind of game is what people were except
You get a lot
outside
of
maybe
continues.
Saturn.
I mean, you get like 20 continues or something like that. Like
I mean,
10
this
continues.
this game is pretty hard, honestly.
It is, but I feel like you get a lot of continues.
I don't remember if you like earn more or anything. I don't remember. I'm hitting the wrong button to. I keep jumping instead of shooting these things back. Well, I'm gonna run out of time. Whew.
Yeah, Hitman GFX says it would have come out, sold 100,000 copies or so, and been another solid game in the library.
But you know, I'm not saying like obviously this game is great. Obviously it deserved to come out, but in the U.S. But
I mean, it's already considered one of the best games on this.
oh, it is. I mean, oh, it totally is. It's don't get me wrong. I freaking love this game. I'm just I guess playing devil's advocate here. Like, would this have really been what people thought it was? Because I mean, I'll be honest, it was not what I thought it was. Like, I had no clue what kind of game it was. Like, I was aware of it at the time. I was aware people wanted it. I didn't know anything about Treasure at the time. Like,
but I mean, it's like, I mean, Nintendo 64 owners, especially if that's like the only system, like they're literally eating up like every little crumb of whatever they get.
Sure.
And something like this would be like, oh, this is awesome. And they would be very happy about it, I think.
I guess like I was caught off guard about like what this game is, how it plays, stuff like that. And like it took me, you know, even after it came out on Wii, I was like, oh, like this, I didn't realize it was like this kind of game. And I didn't like immediately love it because like it was just unexpected. It went against my expectations in a lot of ways. So I was like, I had to like figure out like, okay, what is this game? What is it trying to be? Like, and then once I got like in sync with that, I'm like, holy cow, this game is freaking awesome. But it's so out of sync for what you would expect from the system, or really for home consoles in general at that time, I think. Like, I just think, I think a lot of people would not have been ready for a, like, start over from the beginning when you run out of continues game on home consoles at that point. I think that's a big ask for a lot of people at that time. It wouldn't have necessarily been for me because I was still, like, that was the time period where I was, like, getting back into NES and, you know, continued to buy more Super Nintendo, like used Super Nintendo games. Like I was,
but you were the outlier.
I was the outlier. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know, like, would most people have like really been into this? I think they just wanted it. I think most people just wanted it for what it represented and what for the N64 rather than like they actually would have liked this game if it came out here.
I think they would have liked it because it's a good game.
Well, it's a great game. I just don't know if it's.
So I think that people they'd like it because it's good. I don't think that's. I don't think it's debatable like, that this is not a good game, or is that it is like it's absolutely a good game. PokePress said, you know, in an alternate universe, maybe there's a Blockbuster exclusive English version of this selling for hundreds on eBay.
Yeah. Thousands, probably.
Yeah.
I do have to say, like, my complete in box N64 version is definitely, like, one of, I think, the cooler physical games I own. Like, I never like really look at like complete in box games at conventions or retro stores or anything.
Oh right, yeah, you have this one.
But when I saw it at, you know, it was, you know, one of those mag fests we went to long time ago. They had it and it was awesome. I was like, I saw it and it was like, I mean, I don't know, it was like a reasonable price. It was like $40 or $50, like in perfect condition. I'm just like, I just saw that and I'm like, actually, I do want this. It's just
there's $9.99 from Jersey 117 with no message, but I'm unsure if I forgot to put a message in there. Let me know, but thank you. If not, if you're just like, oh, it's gonna do this without a message.
I have no idea if I'm going to succeed against this boss doing a cold run like this.
Quechua. Quechua.
Man, you know what would be a game that they should actually do a proper, full-on port/remake to the Switch 2 is, or really Switch 1. I mean, if they want to eke a little more life out of Switch 1, just bring Sin Punishment Star Successor to it, you know?
Yeah.
Do like a full proper port. Like, God, that would
But
be.
at the same time, like that would be amazing. But I think that it did, that's another one that just didn't sell well.
I know, but it's unbelievable
It
because
got
it's
lost in the shuffle of like so much stuff on the Wii. But like we always talk about how it's either that or Mario Galaxy. That's the best. Game
those are unquestionably the two best games on the system, like without doubt.
Yeah. I mean, Sin and Punishment 2, it's so much better than even this. It's just a great game. It goes so many places.
Yeah.
It's really satisfying.
That would be such an easy, like, okay, like how do we still like sell games on Switch 1? Like that would be such like a no-brainer in my opinion.
Or just do both of them. Do both of them on
both
one.
of them, yeah. You could do like a little sprucing up of Star Successor and then like bring this game up to like the same visuals of Star Successor.
Right.
All right, I'm going to save and quit here. So that way, assuming saves transfer to, because see, I don't know if like the Switch Online apps are going to be, well, I guess it will be a native app if it has new features in it. Like I'm assuming that like my data can like carry over to Switch 2, but like it'd be cool to like be able to have the, that middle part of the game there in the Switch 2 video without having to play that far. So we've probably played around in this app enough, I would say, but let's load up the Mature app before we go to the other consoles.
Avert your eyes if
I think there's like 3 or 4 games in it.
you get a little uptight about this kind of stuff. We're going 17 plus.
It's got that big black bar, Mature 17 plus. Shadow Man is such an odd game to have on here.
Yeah,
because there's the Night Dive remaster,
and these are the games that they went with.
And you know what's funny? The app still has like the Mario 64 sound effects. Oh, hold on a second. Because I guess this is gonna have separate settings from the. Yeah, see, I have to like choose I have to unselect show controls in game like separately. Like it's a completely separate app, separate settings. Not that there's a lot of settings in this app. It's so funny. It's like it's got the Mario 64 sound effects. It's just really funny, I think. Ooh, N64 expansion pack detected.
Oh,
wow! Confirmed.
Because you only get 10% of the
Confirmed.
game if you don't have that, right?
Yeah, you can't play. You can't play the campaign.
So stupid. Like, how did they get away with that? Did this include one in the box though?
No. Majora's. Well, I mean, by the time this came out, I think Majora's Mask was already out. Donkey Kong 64 was definitely already out. I don't know if Majora's Mask was out yet, but like Donkey Kong 64 had one. You could buy one. Just I don't know, what was it, $20-$30? I mean, there were enough like 2 high-profile games included.
Yeah.
Or hold on a second, Majora's Mask didn't include it, did it? Majora's
I don't
Mask
think so. I thought that Donkey
maybe it
Kong was
didn't.
the only one.
So I have to do this. It's so stupid, but the default is dark, right? Just your name, and on my N64 save, it's Dark Marc. Ooh, let's save it onto the game pack.
Yeah, Dark Mark. He's
Ooh, does
he's,
this?
he's the version of Try that just like swears every other word.
Oh, look at this! It's got the high res mode in here. You can see that it definitely like changes how it's probably hard to see on the stream, but it very subtly changes like how like the border around.
Yeah, you can see it kind of goes in like a.
Yeah.
But it does nothing else.
I wonder though, like if the. Let's do the cinema. Whoa. Whoa, that don't seem right. That's like there's no movie actually that wide.
That's a what is it? Yeah, no, it's like a what's the like?
That's more
What's
cinematic.
the aspect ratio? Like 28 something. It's like 20 something.
Yeah, I don't know that number off the top of my head. Well, the way that this behaves is slightly different from.
285, is that what it is? 285 is the ultra wide one.
So
285.
But like, I wonder if the high res mode has like an impact on performance here or not. I mean, it's not perfectly smooth here, but it's not bad. Oh yeah, I mean, this is already considerably smoother than N64.
Yeah, 285. Okay, yes, I was right. 2.85 aspect ratio. There was $5 from Cade the Squirrel. Thank you. Saying, good to see Nintendo have finally caught up with PC emulators from 15 years ago. Maybe in another 10 years they'll figure out 60 FPS hacks too. Well, they did already with Pilot Wing 64.
Well, that was an uncapped game technically.
Yeah.
This
reload
was
animation still hits.
we're
What does it look
actually
like when you reload.
huh?
Reload. Let me see the reload animation.
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that was like I'm sure like there were other games on other platforms doing like reload animation. Like I don't know honestly. Like
Did you
like
did you
this is
play
the
Xbox Live Arcade version of this?
I haven't finished it. I think I streamed. Did I stream it? I think I streamed it.
You may have streamed it, yeah.
I mean, that is probably how I would like it. This is really. I mean, I gotta say, I like playing this with the N64 controller. This is pretty nice playing with the N64 controller, but the Xbox version is probably the way to go. I mean, it's a very, very, very good version. But this is nice.
Like
I like
the one where you
this.
shoot him and he falls to his knees really slowly. You know what I mean? He falls to his knees and like keels forward.
But his gun jammed. That's like that was like ooh, that was impressive back then. Oh, look, that guy's running around like holding his arm like ah.
Doesn't stop him from shooting at you though.
Yeah, but
With that same arm.
I-
235.
I don't know like what other games might have done like gun reload animations at the time, but like that was like a big deal in this game for N64 at least.
Mr. Dots is saying that you can't. They won't call you anything other than Dark Mark at all, like ever going forward. It's gotta be Dark Mark no matter what.
It's like how John Linneman is stuck with Dark 1X for the rest of his life.
Yeah. Well, Dark Mark is like that's what the Emperor named you. After you had all your flesh burned off.
Yeah, I mean, this is pretty neat. I gotta say, playing it this way. I do enjoy using the N64 controller, but They did do a really good job, you know, with the 360 version.
It's very interesting that this has to be in the Mature app and GoldenEye is not.
Well, this game was mature when it came out.
Right.
I mean, the main, there might be some swearing, like, because like GoldenEye doesn't have any voices, right? This has voices.
Right.
I'm pretty sure it says swearing. But the big thing was GoldenEye just has like the blood, like very faint blood marks like on the characters. Like you see here as I'm shooting these guys. But then if they're near a wall, you get these blood splats on the wall. Like that, or on the floor.
Right.
Like that was, I think, really what made it mature.
Okay. Cinescope is 239.
Okay.
Okay.
But yeah, that was
And TV is 385, right?
and we
Is that what I
were
was getting messed by? Like 385 is like the normal 16:9.
we were actually talking about this in the Discord earlier. I mean, this is the first M-rated game I ever bought. I was like almost, or I was fairly close to 17. I'm pretty sure I was 16 when this came out. I was like 5 months from being 17 when Conker's Bad Fur Day came out, which I was able to get away with
Yeah,
buying.
that guy
at
kind
Best
of looks
Buy.
like Steve Carell.
Huh?
The guy who's got his face, he kind of looks like.
Oh, the guy came into the elevator.
Yeah. Can I see his face once? If he's he's gonna be. He kind of looked like Steve Carell. Like he's in The Office.
Yeah, I
His
didn't
face
really
kinda
see
looked
the.
like it. Can you look at his
there.
face?
No, he's just laying on the ground.
185. Yes.
That guy like
my mind is getting.
that guy's like looking at the computer and he just goes intruder alert and just drops to the ground without even turning to me and does a roll.
Yeah, he's.
Like I remember, I'm like, I mean, this is kind of obvious, I guess, but like, I read not long ago that there's like zero tactical reason to ever like do a roll in a fight. like you that there's no reason to ever do that.
Alexander Happel said, "You jump back a second and you see Corey." Are you saying it actually does look like Steve Carell?
Yeah,
Like,
I guess that's what he's saying. The voices in this game are great. Like the guy's just like slowly falling to his knees and he goes, "No!" I know it, Sandy. I know it. But I should probably move on. I'll load old Turok here. I'm sure it has the same old fog as always. I mean, it's part of the design. I don't remember if they
like Turd Rock.
I don't remember if they altered the fog much like in the Night Dive version. I've only played a bit of it. I've never beaten this game. Like I've never played all that far into it actually, because I didn't have it back in the day. A friend had it, or did he just rent it? No, I think he had it. But at the time, like I thought this game was kind of neat to watch, but this definitely is not all that smooth. Interesting. This seems a lot less smooth than, well, now the gameplay is smooth, but that cutscene was not very smooth. I am, let's see, do I have a gun? I have a bow and arrow. I am, not.
Can you stab the monkey? Can you kill the monkey?
I don't know where the monkey
Where'd the
went.
monkey
Like
go?
I was testing out my controls and
Can you find the monkey? Can you touch the monkey?
The,
You're
the,
just
the aiming is
tanking
definitely a
those
little.
multiple arrows you're putting at him.
The
It's
the
like not
aiming
slowing him down
is
in the
definitely
slightest. He's just like
Uh,
taking arrows in his stomach and chest that it's just like not even
not even phasing them.
not even phased. Till that last one.
I can tell you for sure. I will. I will be playing the Night Dive version of this,
Yeah.
but it's an iconic game.
I was gonna say shock the monkey. It isn't like isn't touch the monkey, love the monkey
Is
from Sprockets.
Well, look at this deer bouncing away.
Nowhere to go. He's like, I'm gonna if I keep on rubbing up against the wall, eventually I can clip through it and escape.
But again, this is a weird one too. I mean, everything in this app has been like remastered, like in this mature app.
Yeah.
And with all of them except Perfect Dark being available to play on this very console. Whoa! I think I shot that deer and then he like teleported out of existence. That was kind of cool. I will say this game is more awkward to play on N64 than I remembered. Like, so I think this is an interesting idea, but it's not when you turn horizontally, but when you look vertically and down, like it like springs back to the middle.
Right.
Which is weird. I don't hate the idea of it though. Like I feel like the idea was at a sound place, but
You don't have to be super precise in this one, I don't think.
I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, it doesn't have like the precise aiming mode, like Perfect Dark or GoldenEye.
This it's always interesting going back to the era like where you didn't have to reload guns in FPS games.
Yeah, it's kind of nice.
It's kind of nice. It's kind of nice. But okay, I've probably overdone it with N64. The time just keeps flying.
Yeah, we could have just done the entire stream at N64.
Well, I wanted to try the others. Actually, I've honestly always been unclear if you like need to be on this screen to sync another controller, because I don't think my Genesis controller is synced. Because I mean like the Genesis controller I mostly use with Mister.
Yeah.
So this I'm really, the thing I'm curious about with this. Well, first of all, I have no clue what games are included on it. I have absolutely no clue at all.
Yeah, I don't know anymore. I know that Ranger X is in there, but
there it is.
I don't know what else is there. The reboot of Turok? I have not.
Oh, well, but
On
was it?
360
Didn't they just announce like a
Three.
new Turok thing? Am I crazy?
Yeah, I think there's a new one coming, but this is like the reboot that came out.
Right. I mean, I think that one's considered a very interesting. So I was guessing that they were going to not. So Pixel Perfect, I'm guessing, is going to be square pixels for 320. Let's find out here. Ooh, they got eSWAT. Oh, there's
eSWAT.
there's a not insubstantial list here. I mean, Fantasy Star 4.
Oh, we got the cover of Strider cracks me up because it's like Strider looks like he's like a 38-year-old guy on there.
I mean, I don't know.
He
I'd
looks
say
like a 38-year-old dad, doesn't he?
I'd say he looks more like a dad your age.
Maybe.
Like I don't know. Like I could believe. I would say he's more between like 42 and 48.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. He gets tennis elbow from swinging his sword around. His cipher sword.
Weird. So
Oh, that's Crusader Ascenti.
yeah.
Oh, and
so,
Mega Man Wily Wars is on there. That's
so is
cool.
Sonic 2 the only Sonic platformer on here? Like Sonic Spinball.
Is there really no Sonic 1 or Sonic?
There's
Thunder
no
Force 2?
Sonic 1.
There's some good stuff on here.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can buy like Sonic 1 on the you probably can buy all the Sonic games on the eShop, I'm guessing. Oh, look at this. Look at this Vectorman box. Like
Well, that's because it's like
it's shiny,
like
right?
Shiny.
But will also look like you can actually see like damage, like especially on like the red part. Like it's definitely like not a perfect box that's scanned here.
Interesting.
It was interesting. Like they don't have like real source for all of this. Some of them maybe they do.
There's Ghouls and Ghosts. That's Ghouls and Ghosts is my favorite box art of all time. I like it so much that I got a Japanese copy that has more of the art on it.
That is a good box. It is a really good box. I'm just kind of floored that there's no Sonic 1 on here. Like that's mind blowing to me.
I mean, look at how awesome this is.
Oh yeah.
It's just like an awesome box art. I'm gonna pull it back a little bit.
So I'm booing Sonic. Like I wish Sonic 1 was on here just because like I know like what the flowers look like. Like the shape of the flowers on a CRT. Like I'm honestly less familiar with Sonic 2, but yeah, this is 4-3. Like the rings are skinny. Like this is what I would consider accurate. Yeah, you see the rounds there. Like even though like I think most people like prefer Genesis to be corrected. You know, where your stuff actually looks you know, balls look round, squares look square, right? But like to me, like I always want to err on the side of like, well, all CRTs looked like this. Like all CRTs had these, or CRTs had variable proportions technically, but my opinion is that, you know, I mean, if this was the proportions they were designed at, that's just like an art problem, just like, you know, a bad special effect in an 80s movie, you know, that maybe has like, you know, sort of shoddy green screen. Like it's just part of it. You don't touch it. You don't revise that, right?
Yeah, like how like old Star Wars movies, you would very faintly see like a white box around models.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's exactly what I'm thinking of. You know, people don't like it when George Lucas touches it up. So my thought is, well, these were the proportions. Like those were just as those were artistic errors, if you want to call them that, in old movies. You know, the let's see, I will create a spin point there, and then I want to look at the other video mode settings. Okay, so pixel perfect.
While you're doing that, there was $5 from Matthew, and I'm going to try to translate this. I don't really know what these
the emotes.
First one is like the new Snake Teen belt and tensioner on my Honda Element yesterday. I got a new one, but now power steering and fuel pump went and died. Was expletive removed for like 2 hours, but that thing went 22 years, so I can't really complain.
That's a good length of time for a car, I'd say.
Yeah.
So this is square pixels. It does it by doing 4x vertical, 4x horizontal. It does, you actually get a smaller picture, but if you're the kind of person that prefers the round stuff, which we're gonna see here with Robotnik. Well, no, this
Round
one
stuff.
doesn't have like the round elements of like.
I hope that they keep that rewind stuff on screen for a really long time
Until you actually
rewind.
do it.
It's forcing you to rewind.
Yeah, it's tutorial.
You need the rewind or else.
We gotta have a tutorial. You know what I was thinking about? Like, I feel like Mario Kart World is like going to be complex enough that it's going to have a tutorial. I don't think Mario Kart has ever. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think Mario Kart's like ever had a tutorial before. That's kind of crazy, right? Like, I think that's neat.
Yeah, I suppose. I never even thought about that.
I cannot believe Sonic 1 is not on here. Like, that is
Sonic what?
Sonic 1. Like, I cannot believe
It's not on there? Yeah, that's really odd.
That's bizarre. Okay, let's create a save
You know what I should do is just a video looking through like Mega Drive manuals. Cause like how cool is it that like this Ghouls and Ghosts like has this full color manual.
Oh, that looks amazing.
And it has like a map of the world.
Oh, that looks awesome.
And like look at all these like enemy artworks.
Wow.
Not only that, but look at how good these in-game screenshots are. I mean, it just like looks so good.
So there's some composite rainbowing going on. But it's like it's not enough to blend dithering though, as we can see. I do appreciate though that they
Look at
did
that version of Arthur. That's so cool.
Yeah, it's blurry. It's got composite. Scan lines
Yeah,
are
I mean, he did a
subpar.
manual stream, but I wonder if I could do like just a video on it.
Not
Okay, so this is like the scanline version. That doesn't look bad.
I'm
On
not
stream, it doesn't look bad.
I'm not impressed. Like the scan lines are very hard, very faint, and it's not really doing what people probably want it to do on Genesis. It's not giving us like transparencies here. It wasn't blending dithering on the title screen like in the Sky Gradient.
Yeah.
Like it could be worse, but I'm not particularly impressed.
All right, go back to the game selection. Play something else.
Yeah, I just wanted to look here because like Sonic 1 is like my go-to Genesis test game, so that's why I'm like kind of dismayed it's not here. All right. How about we play Bloodlines?
That's sort of Vermilion. Did you end up getting that?
I did. I got it at Nostalgic Video Games in Florence.
That's right, but they did not have the hint book, right? It had the manual, but not the hint book.
I don't think so. It's actually right over here because I still haven't cleaned it.
That's one I should replay someday.
You know what's funny? I actually don't know what store it's probably, I think it's actually like an old GameStop sticker. Like I probably won't remove it because there's just because it's like, it's an artifact of the time. There's a $3.99, what I believe is GameStop sticker, or maybe EB or something.
Yeah.
It looks very much like a GameStop sticker, but $3.99. That's just amazing. I paid $30. Oh, it's got a GameStop receipt in it. It's very
$3.99.
faded. Oh, it's very faded.
What else did they get with it?
It's all they bought. They went. Can you imagine? You went to GameStop in the year 2003. It's very faint, but it's still here. In Cincinnati, Ohio, on Coleraine Avenue. You went to GameStop in the year 2003, and all you bought was Sword of Vermilion for Sega Genesis for $4.27, including tax.
That sounds like a darn good deal. How much did you pay for it?
30.
There you go. I mean, it's a darn good deal. You did not get the hint book though.
I want to preserve this receipt. It was just in here.
There was $2 from Gerger Binks. Thank you, saying we're jonesing for a new long form. Love you guys. There's going to be our Switch 1 tribute video will be out on Tuesday. It's 2 hours long.
We gotta
it's
tell y'all though,
conversational,
YouTube.
But with lots.
YouTube don't, at least for us, they ain't loving the long stuff no more.
Right now, no.
We just want to get more stuff out lately anyway. You can see a lot of rainbowing, like especially in the white. Like they tried to go for it, but it's not fully achieving what people see. Look at the sky gradient there. Like it looks like composite, but it doesn't look like Genesis composite. Look at the clouds going in front of the moon.
Yeah.
I personally do not have a fondness for Genesis composite, but people who do want Genesis composite, I don't think this quite achieves what they want.
Stefan in the chat saying, what games for the PS Vita, except for Uncharted, which I'm going to get, is highly recommended? I'd recommend, even though I haven't played all the way through it, is Tales of Hearts. I think that's exclusive on there. Tales of Hearts R. I think it's only on. It's a Tales game that's only on there.
One of my favorite games for the system is Severed, but you can also get it on Switch. So, but you can only play it in handheld mode on Switch because it requires the touch screen.
Or you can just hack it. You can just hack it into it. But yeah. Oh, you mean on Switch, duh. Yes.
Yeah, it's only on Switch. Or handheld mode only for Switch. Oh, you were talking about hack the PS TV to play.
Yeah.
I don't think it would play very well on that though.
Probably not.
Really needs a touchscreen for that game. That's one of my favorite games for the system. I mean, I gotta be honest. I don't think the Vita's aged that well. It's really, you have to use, you do not, if you're just getting into the Vita, do not use the official Sony memory cards. They are so unreliable. I have had so... I
mean, at this point, you should just hack it.
Hack it and use an adapter that lets you use a real SD card.
Yeah.
Which unfortunately, I guess, kind of precludes you from, because you put that adapter into the game card slot, so you can't really use your physicals.
Yeah, but you can dump the game too.
Yeah. It's different on PS TV because you can use USB storage with that.
Yes.
But the Sony memory cards are so unreal. I've had problems with like at least 2 of those
Yeah,
official
same here.
Sony memory cards. And like I've like never, like, you know, it's always a possibility, but I've never had problems with like any other flash memory ever. And I've had problems with at least 2 of those. Like they are wildly unreliable. I would never, like, going forward, never trust like playing a Vita game relying on one of those cards at this point. Honestly, like you like, and that's one of the reasons I'm saying it's poorly aged. Vita is like the only game console that I would consider, like, you know, short of like maybe something like a Atari 2600 or ColecoVision, where it's like RF only, and like maybe like the RF modulator is in just like such poor condition, you know. But I, like, aside from maybe a situation like that, I kind of think of like the Vita is like the only game console that I feel is like almost unplayable, or I wouldn't trust playing it without like mods. Like, I mean, you know, especially soft mods, like, is the only system that I feel like that's like mandatory, basically. And also, like, you know, the Vita, especially for 3D games, like, doesn't have like a lot of like native resolution games. So like games don't really look that good on the Vita screen. It's like, as far as OLEDs go, it's not that impressive of an OLED. And like, games are so rarely native resolution, which makes them look a lot worse on like the PS TV as well. Even if you have the like sharp scale, even if you, well, I clearly,
before I forget, I
want
want
to that guy wrong.
Respond. Chris Waters, if you're looking for quality CR2032 batteries, check out console5.com. I just looked on there, and it looks like they got a whole bunch of like Panasonic ones, and they're like $1 each, a little bit over $1 each, $1.50 each. So console5.com.
Who do you play in Virtua Fighter?
I like Pi.
Pi?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I was wondering if like this was going to be the 32X version, but it's not.
No, it's kind of a weird thing that exists.
Is it the 32X version like kind of considered arguably better than like the Saturn version?
I'd never played it.
I don't know if that's a popular opinion, but I don't mean to slander here, but I feel like Joe Redifer speaks very highly of the 32X version, if I remember. I don't know if it's actually better than the Saturn version, but like I think it has certain qualities he finds interesting, if I recall correctly. And this is so weird though, like this is fundamentally I do not know Virtua Fighter really, but like this is fundamentally just like a completely different thing from Virtua Fighter.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting though, right?
Yeah, it is interesting. Like, it's surprising that this exists.
They couldn't do it, so they're like, let's just make it a 2D fighter instead.
Like, it's in some ways, like, if you think about it, this is like a more like HD version of the characters than what you actually see in the game. Like, they're more like, in some ways, they're more detailed than the polygons, right?
Yeah.
And you could argue it.
They still have that big jump though. There was another $5 from Matthew. It's saying car is just fine. Just need to put 2 new power steering pumps in. Look, volley, look around. Ball, look around. Planet destroyed. That's a volleyball. Peace sign. It's all good. Sega Genesis games. Yeah, G-Stop and 03 sounds wild looking back then. Yeah, $3.99. $3.99.
You know, I mean, as someone who has like no stake in Virtua Fighter, like this feels better to play than I would have expected. Like I don't
that
hate
pose though.
I don't
right there,
hate
that win
this.
pose.
Yeah, it's pretty goofy. Oh, it's pie versus pie. Well, that's enough of that though. That's interesting though.
Pie versus pie, and then it'd be very funny if they look like spy versus spy character. Pie v pie.
I don't know why I'm still playing with the CRT filter. I don't think it's that good. It's okay.
What?
I mean, it's not the worst I've seen, but I just don't think it's that impressive. The CRT filter. You know what is impressive, though, is how you aim up in this game. It's like one of the best sprite poses on the entire Sega Genesis.
You should play something you haven't played. I guess you haven't played Virtua Fighter.
Yeah. I just wanted to see the up aim pose in this. I think it's something else. Let's see. What have I not played here? I don't know. I don't think I played Super Thunderblade.
That's not a great game.
Don't you like some version of it?
The arcade version's not that bad.
Yeah, that's right.
It's just too bad because I think I wanted this version to be a lot better than the Master System version, and it's like just as bad. What's cool though, so it switches to an overhead version after like every other level.
Okay.
And the arcade version like does this like rotate, like pan around to it, like the camera goes up and it animates it. Pretty cool. I'm pretty sure that's not in this version.
I mean, it's not great. I don't hate it though.
I have this. I own this game.
I mean, you have to own the black box games.
Exactly. I probably did own this version before, but I don't think I held on to it for very long because I think it's just not very good.
I saw. I think Mr. Do was saying that Triangle will be playing Alicia Dragoon tomorrow. I've beaten that, but Drum has not. But I will be playing it as well, just because it seems like a game I wouldn't mind replaying. I don't know if I'll like, depending on whether Drum wants to continue playing. I might continue as well. Like, I don't know if I'll actually finish it or not, because I'm sure I won't be able to beat it just playing cold. I don't think that's in here though, is it? No, it's not in here.
Yeah, you gotta find a circular pattern, like a clockwise around the edge of the screen.
Yeah, I don't think I.
You should play.
I mean, there's not much on here I haven't played.
Play Musha.
Played Musha. Let me see if there's anything else I've never played. Super Fantasy Zone. That's not one of the weird things
cool.
M2 did, is it?
No.
I don't think I've played this.
Sunsoft did it.
Oh. Yeah, there's that big Sunsoft there. Picnica. My knowledge of Fantasy Zone and what you even do in it is extraordinarily poor. Oops, I did not mean to take a capture.
Zane's dad, I agree. I actually really, really love Altered Beast.
I have a soft spot for it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like putting that in the box with the system was a big deal. You know, it kind of showed the power of the system, and it was just cool to have like a 2-player game like that. Two-player simultaneous game.
You're supposed to destroy like all of the bases? Is that what they're called?
Yeah, there's one in each screen. You see them along the bottom.
Yeah. I streamed the Master.
It's a lot more bearable with rapid fire.
Well, it's on. That's what's happening with holding the B button.
Okay, that makes it a lot more playable, I think.
Yeah. I streamed a long time ago the Master System version, but I did not get terribly far. I believe that was before I decided it's okay that like the Master System continue codes are fair game. 'Cause it's the same code in a bunch of games, and some of them have it even in the manual, like doing something with like the player 2 controller. So I've decided that's okay now. Oh, you know what? I don't think I've ever played Zero Wing. I'm going to turn off the CRT filter. I don't think I've ever played this. This is expensive, isn't it? War was beginning. This game is the original meme. The original meme.
I hear some noise coming from front of the in there, and look who was over here. My small child.
How are you, gentlemen?
What were you doing?
All your base are belong to us. You know, I don't think I've ever.
I always really liked "How Are You, Gentlemen."
Yeah. I don't think I've ever booted this game before, which is kind of crazy. Like, given how, you know, iconic it is in a sense. Like, I don't even know what the gameplay in this game looks like. Like, all I know is the opening.
She looks like she has something to say, doesn't she?
No.
I do like to hold her like this, though. I feel like I'm holding her like an actual baby. She's like kind of upwards. She's my small child. Yeah. Watch her lay her head down. Like, oh, she's.
I don't know. I have to say, I don't think that ship looks particularly cool.
No, I don't really like the Zero Wing ship. Thank you. You ready for bed?
What? Oh, you can Kirby ships.
Yeah.
Like, shoot them back. I keep accidentally hitting the capture button.
Look at her just laying her head down. I love that. It doesn't get any better than this. There's $4.99 from Madonna Sheehy. Thank you.
Oh.
And Coury and Try, will you go on the record and say that Cartman is still incredibly funny in our current day and age? Thanks in advance. Are you talking Cartman from South Park?
I remember seeing a little bit way back in the day.
What do you think? Nelly, what do you think? I mean, I haven't watched South Park in a very long time, but I feel like he's probably still pretty funny. But I have not watched in a very long time.
You know, I know Total Plan is like, you know, kind of considered one of the revered shooter devs, but this one doesn't seem particularly impressive.
Well, it's more impressive because they did so few side scrollers.
Mm.
How are you, gentlemen?
Yeah.
It's not even like there's also no question mark in that. He just says, "How are you, gentlemen?" with 2 exclamation points.
Yes. He's very excited to greet them.
So this is now a legally binding statement. Do I need to be worried that we've been trapped into saying that he's I guess is still funny when it's really like, oh, he's actually not. But you think he still is. How are you, gentlemen? With space, 2 exclamation points is a great greeting. Yes, I agree. How are you, Dark Mark?
All right, we ready for some 30 FPS Mega Man?
No.
Wait, is it?
I don't think it's 30 FPS.
Then what was I thinking was wrong with? I thought maybe is it the Game Gear game maybe?
Probably. Yeah, I mean this is not, but it's just weird.
Yeah. I would like to play through this sometime.
You should. You should. That'd be a good stream for you to play through one of these.
Yeah. Actually, have you I tried I don't know if more has come out, but I tried when I was at John's house. Like there's like people are making like 4, 5, and 6. The sequel.
Yeah.
wars. Have you tried any?
I don't know
of
if
them?
it's done.
It's pretty neat, huh?
I don't think it's done.
No, I think at the time only 4 was available. I don't know if 5 or 6 might be out now.
Bye, Nelly. She's gone. She's left me.
Yeah, this is definitely weird, but I would like to play through it sometime.
Yeah, I think it would be kind of an interesting
Yeah.
stream idea.
Well, anyway, I can't believe it's somehow almost 11 o'clock. I should
You just gonna play a little Game Boy Advance.
I should play some Game Boy Advance. So
Got to get your GBA controller, right?
yeah, I wish I would be significantly like if they made something like that. I mean, like I said earlier, I wish I had.
It's just a Game Boy Advance. It has no screen on it though. It's just the shape of the system without a without a screen on it.
Yeah, I mean,
That'd actually be pretty cool.
I think it would be. I don't, or maybe it does have a screen on it, and it could like actually transfer the games to play on it. Like that'd be amazing.
Yeah. I wonder how hard that would be. Like how expensive. I mean, I can't imagine it costing over $100. I mean, I don't know.
No,
I guess they're charging
yeah, I mean they're charging insane amounts now. So who
$70
knows?
for the GameCube controller or something like that, right?
Reproduce classic feel. Display with small screen. Those
Well,
are
what's it gonna
interesting
do? I mean-
options.
But it shows it in its native resolution. I mean, it'd be funny if it just showed it in a tiny little.
Yeah, well, okay, I'm going to check both of these, and we're going to see what happens.
Wait, what we get out of it?
Okay, what we got? We got Fire Emblem. Ooh, oh, that's really cool. the F-Zero Climax is on. That's actually all. That's really neat. That's unexpected. I had no idea. Oh, we got all the.
I don't know what it is. What is that?
It's the third F-Zero game. It never came out here. It's
Oh,
pretty expensive to get the Japanese version. It's just like GP Legend is like an anime tie-in.
yeah.
I actually rather enjoyed GP Legend when it came out. Like I thought it was pretty good. It has a learning curve, so I've never really been able to go back to it. But like at the time, once I got in a groove with it, I thought GP Legend was pretty good. But okay, we got all the Starfy games. We got both Golden Sun games. I feel like the quality of the color correction on the Golden Sun box art is much better than what they did with the Lost Age box art. Do they have for not Super Mario World? Oh, they got Coury on here. Wait a second, is that a European box? Did that come out in Europe? If that came out in Europe, I had no idea. Okay, this is what I was going to ask about. For Mario, does anyone know for Mario Advance 4? Like, do they have like a way to use the
cards?
The cards.
I wonder. They do have the e-reader. They do have the e-reader levels for Super Mario 3, according to I Am 3D Homer.
Oh, look at this tiny screen. It is tiny. Well, why?
That's cool.
I wonder if it's like actually like GBA sized on like
maybe.
and if you're holding handheld.
I hope that confirm in-game menu selection stays up there until it forces you to do it.
Okay, what? Okay, I guess our ZR and ZL at the same time brings up the menu. So how can y'all like? Does the LCD filter look really bad, like on the stream there?
No, it doesn't look that bad.
Huh. It's interesting on the.
It'd look better in 4K.
Yeah, it's interesting on the TV screen. Like the parts that are light are actually kind of ballooned out a bit. So I don't remember. Like I have an e-reader. I actually have some of the cards. I used them back in the day, but I forget like where. Ooh, level card. Okay. So does it just have everything? Does anyone know?
I guess so. There's $3 from Andrew. Thank you. Saying, do you guys have a favorite Mr. N64 control? I've barely even played N64 on Mr. I mean, I'd probably use just the same controller I use for everything else, like a.
I mean,
maybe like an 8-bit Pro Ultimate controller.
This right here. I mean, I literally could not imagine using anything else for N64. Like I just don't think it'd be any contest. Oh, Luigi's got the wiggle jumps.
Got the wiggles.
Oh.
So this is like a 1-1.
This is 1-1, yeah. I didn't realize it first. That's funny. Yeah, I've got a bunch of these cards, but honestly, I didn't play a lot with. Oh, that's funny.
Someone's is making an extension that you can use it with an analog pocket. The e-reader.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a bunch of Animal Crossing cards, Mario 3 cards, some of the Game & Watch. Oh wait, is that just decoration? Oh, I guess it's just well, it kind of does something. That's funny. Okay, Luigi controls weird though. Yes, Andrew, that's the Switch Online controller. To be honest, I have not played a lot of Mr. on N64.
Yeah, me
but
neither.
I think I only did it. Oh, so they got, see, I don't know if I actually have any of these like Mario 1 level cards, but that's super interesting. That's neat. It's neat that they're just here. But yeah, like all I did was when I played like the beta version, it had like, you had to insert like a special like Linux build or something. I think to use the N64 controller. I think it's changed now though. Let's see what Vegetable Valley is. There's also, I believe, e-reader
Glide the
cards.
slopes.
Huh?
Wild ride in the sky.
There's also cards that let you use. Oh, charging checks here. There's cards that let you use stuff like the
What?
like the cape.
Charge and chuck.
What?
I was just like, what? What are you talking about? And you're like, oh, Charge and Chuck is here.
Yeah. I mean, oh, you can pick up. So I mean, it's neat how these e-reader levels like blend elements of like other games.
Charge and Chuck.
Yeah, well, it's a name. Yeah, I mean, you know, Ben's Beans.
Yes. Yeah. That's true.
Making fun of me for knowing names that are explicitly spelled out in the credits of Super Mario World, which, by the way, is the one and only correct way to end a video game. It's like with an enemy cast roll, you know?
Yeah. I just think the name Charge and Chuck is funny.
Well, that's his name. It's Charging Chuck. You know, I don't know why, but this tiny screen doesn't bother me. Like, I feel like it should.
Why would it?
I don't know.
Because it's pretty big on your TV, though, probably.
Yeah, it's not that bad, honestly. It probably looks dumb on the stream though. So,
Play some of that. Show me that F-Zero Climax. I've never.
well, I've never
seen it.
played it either. Okay, I'm leaving the classic feel on. Okay, it doesn't scale all the way vertically. Let's see what this LCD. Oh, it's interesting. Yeah, I mean, that LCD screen effect is not bad. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Blowing up that big, it looks pretty good.
Does it look good on
You
the
put a
stream
dark
too?
mark? Please put it. Oh, I hope you put. I feel like you should put dark mark for everything.
That's like my new standard.
Yeah, I think you should start going by that name online. Imagine if we changed all your lower thirds to say dark mark. Go-
Who could it be? Oh, wait. We have a hot tip here. We can rewind. Oh my gosh.
Jack Burton. Me.
Wow, look at Dr. Stewart. He looks wrong.
He's got that it looks very emo cut. Dark Mark. Me. Who? Dark Mark. You know Dark Mark.
Dark Mark and Coury the Conqueror.
Yeah. But Dark Mark, I feel like you'd have to do something like a like Tobey Maguire in Spider-Man 3 when he gets
Oh
turned
yeah.
evil. I feel like you'd have to do that. Like you should do a stream where you're like when you personify Dark Mark and you have to wear like a
Oh.
black suit with it, like also like a black shirt.
I wear a
underneath.
black suit with the it's beer o'clock shirt that we got from
Yes.
from Marc from Classic Game Room.
Yes. I think that.
Okay, now
that would be very funny.
now
and
I
think,
actually do want to make this a persona for videos now. Like
Yeah.
every once in a while, we have to bust out Dark Mark.
yeah. And you can't like comb your hair over. You got to like bring it down. So
Yes.
it's just like over your eyes, kind of.
Well, to the extent I can.
You got to wear a too small black fedora. There's 2 donations just came in. There's $2 from Nima Moshiri. Thank you. Then Howdy just wanted to say hello. I'm glad
Oh.
to see you here.
Well,
It feels like it's been a minute.
Yeah.
Thank you. And there's also $2 from Sean White. I don't think. Was Sean White a snowboarder? Or is that a surfer? I don't know.
There's definitely a
Mark
name
and
that's been
Gory
attached to
Yes, that's like
a extreme
our
sports.
Halloween personas. Thank you.
Why am I going so slow? Feels like I was going slow.
Oh, they use like a pre-rendered look to the ships.
Yeah, well, I mean, even Maximum Velocity had that. It's interesting Maximum Velocity is not on here.
Yeah. Maximum.
Look at that. I don't know what that icon is supposed to represent, but like on the lower right, it looks like I have one Pokeball.
Yeah, like I feel like my stream is like chugging right now. I don't know if it's just me or if it's because of the.
I wonder if it's like the GBA filters, like making the encoding difficult or something.
Maybe.
I'll know.
There's
if it
also
works
$5 from Jonathan Hinson. Thank you.
Oh.
Saying Dark Markin is an amazing name. Sounds like an early 90s WCW wrestling villain. Dark Mark!
Rank 8 out of 24. 24 racers. Look, that's what Mario Kart World's gonna have. Done on the GBA. Would you believe it? So let's see what it looks like if
I'm a
I just
Jeeb.
do sharp pixels. I mean, I gotta say this is it's not the most filled lineup, but this I mean, Amazing Mirror is a garbage game. They should have Nightmare and Dreamland on here instead if they have anything for Kirby.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, it's not a huge lineup here, but it's pretty good. Is there any on here that's not Nintendo though? There's it's kind of weird that like even N64, you know, they got third party games there.
They don't even have X versus Sever on here.
What?
It's just like a first person shooter, and I feel like they made a movie based. It's like a
They
first person Doom like X
do,
versus Sever. I don't know if the movie
they do good.
came out first.
They do
Oh,
good
the movie's
color
called
on
Ballistic. X versus Sever. Canadian Fuzzy is it just one of those games, you know? Like I don't know why I've never played it. And for some reason it just like sticks in my mind. X versus Sever. I don't know if the movie was based on the game or if the game was based on the movie, because the game definitely came out first. But I wonder if they were both. In production at the same time.
So they
X-Force
are
was
indeed
impressive
doing
technically on the GBA. I've never played it.
nearest neighbor integer scaling here, and they are attenuating the colors so they're not overly saturated. So I mean this looks good.
Oh, okay.
I feel this is a strong lineup for GBA here.
Okay, so the game is based on the movie, but the movie was in development hell and delayed, so it came out second. Yeah, because it was a long time. I feel like between at the time it felt like a long. And I remember seeing the movie and saying like they made a movie based on that game. Why? They don't have Urban Yeti on here. Is this the best Wario Land game, you think?
My personal favorite is the first one, but this is probably the best one.
Yeah.
Like
it seems like they figured it out here.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah, like I feel like 2 and 3 are a little I don't like the no death mechanic in it. It was an interesting experiment, but I feel like they just kind of become uninteresting because of it. But this like kind of combines the two and then does its own thing. I mean, there's a lot of people that think this is the best platformer ever made. Like, and that's why like we're finally of the era where people that grew up with Wario Land 4 are making games like Pizza Tower and Anton Blast.
Okay.
Because this game was, I think, really influential for a lot of people. Yeah, this is technically probably the best Wario Land game. Like, it's very much worth playing through.
Yeah, well, this might be a fun stream sometime.
And also, this...
I have it. I have, like, the cartridge for it.
Yeah. This also, I think, is kind of the game that... that sort of established, like, the WarioWare version of Wario. Like, he's got, like, the purple car and the intro and stuff. And, like, the intro has very much, like, the same sort of vibes and aesthetics that would go on into Wario Land. So... yeah. So what one thing you do that like kind of the key to this game is like, so I just like jumped on that frog switch thing. I have to run back to I have to find my way back to the beginning of the level, which is like becomes this like warp point. So it's obviously very simple here, but like that's like kind of I guess the main gimmick of the game is you have to like go through the level, find the switch, and then get back to the entrance. And usually they like, give you like some shortcuts or like a special way, but like every level is like an escape sequence. Yeah, I remember liking Shake It back in the day. I don't remember much about it though. Where are the mini games? I don't remember these.
After this one, let's call it because I got to finish that video. After.
Oh yeah. Oh, are you meant to hold the GBA vertically here?
Oh, weird.
Huh. Kind of interesting. Well, I mean, you have to remember this is a very early GBA game. Like I
Yeah,
think
but,
I want to say it came out like that Christmas. So like they were like probably trying to like introduce like new ideas. I don't remember this at all. That's neat. But anyway, yeah, I think this is actually a really good GBA library. Like I'm like, oh, like I could see myself like playing through the Staffy games like on this. Like even though I have them. Like, you know, maybe I was just traveling with my Switch. I'm like, I'm going to play some gosh darn Staffy. You know?
Starfy? Are we calling it
Staffy.
Stocky?
It's Staffy. Staffy. Staffy.
But isn't it in the US it was released as Starfy, right?
I'm not sure, honestly. Because I don't think it came out
Yeah,
until
Starfy is STARFY, I think.
Do they put the R in it? But it's Staffy.
Yeah.
I mean, it says it right there. Staffy. But I don't think these games came out in the US until, I mean, obviously they have Japanese versions here. I don't think until the fourth one, which I think was the DS one.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, that was fun. Sorry I didn't play that much GBA, but strong GBA lineup. Even though they've got like the Mario games that are kind of redundant, except it's really cool that Mario 3 has the extras. I mean, you got the Fire Emblems, you got the F-Zeros. Oh, they do have maximum velocity here. So, and you know, everyone loves Golden Sun. I don't know if I would like it as much revisiting as I did back in the day, but I'm shocked to discover that this looks like a European version of Coury Carlson. I had no idea that was a thing. But anyway, because I have the Japanese version, it was literally like $2 at a book off or something. It was super cheap. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching. Look for
thanks everybody who donated.
Yeah, and look for that. I don't know exactly what I've been calling it the Nintendo Switch 1 celebration video. I don't know what we're actually going to call the video, but
That's probably what it will be. I'm guessing.
look for that. You know, it's going to be like a 2-hour ad lib video with footage of our
And with,
favorite
like,
Switch
footage
1
from-
games.
Probably like at least like probably like 30 plus games
Yeah.
in there.
So look forward to that. And we will see you next week, probably with a Switch 2 stream, I assume, of some fashion.
I'd be living in a post Switch 2 world.
Yep. So yeah, look for that video probably Tuesday, Wednesday at the latest.
Yeah, Wednesday latest. It has a sponsorship attached to it, so it has to get approved.
Yeah,
But
that's the only thing holding it up. So good night, everybody. See you after Switch 2.
right, take care, everybody.